I just want y'all to know that y'all know that I advocate for men and you know that I love women. A year ago, we were talking about a gender war. A year later, we're speaking of marriage being an option. So we've come a long way. I know some of y'all might not see it that way, but that's exactly the way it is. And I'm going to continue to promote marriage because I happen to think that the nuclear family is the answer. Now listen, this is so funny because I got a whole group of people over here on the left saying she don't advocate for men. She don't advocate for men. No, I don't pander for men. I don't pander for men because you guys are our leaders. You are in authority. I gotta tell you what's good, but I gotta tell you what needs to be worked out too. But guess what else? It's really not my job to do so. I'm just paying attention. But our women, I'm all about you all. Y'all have the same thing I got. We actually think alike. So guess what? I'm going to make sure that you all are the best version of yourselves. If you want to be a wife, I want to be the example for you. Definitely. And we're going to be creating wives. We definitely are. So if y'all want me to pick a side, no. Someone actually told me the other day that, you're quite balanced. And I am. And I'm going to add balance to this platform. Because right now, y'all continuously want to have a gender war. And SB Nation is not about that. But anyway, if you wanted to follow someone that has balance, that wants to advocate for men and love on women, and we want to be the best versions of ourselves, you come on over to SB Nation, and that's exactly what we'll do, along with godly principles. We can't forget our Creator. Hey, hey. Whoa, whoa. Hey, hey,
Yeah, baby. Wonder if all my bad decisions get accounted in the algorithms. No statistician could dissuade me from my bigger vision. I know my occupation's quite an unlikely place in this world to occupy and talk about upon a daily basis. Our information's predetermined by some biased business. We all in sermon to Silicon that push out lovely neighbors. I'm done with paper chasing, think I'm on to bigger banquets. This that full circle, new wave, energy on a Tuesday. Turn a blue day to a bright hue, yellow with a smooth A in hair. Extra fruit, the brand, you can't move me. The music is man, it's a con job, but this grand. Been blessed with a great hand amongst many that stank. And yeah, it took some hard work, but blind luck play a huge role. And if they say that it don't, then they feeding you fool's gold. And if I know one thing, the truth's home. Even if it's a tough thing to swallow, an even harder thing to hold and truly know without a doubt while on the globe. And even though that seems inherent, it ain't always so apparent. Dangle carrot, you ain't always gonna get it. But don't worry, it's a pretty February in a year with more to carry, and more days is yet to come. Under the sun, taking the ferry to the city, where the moment's extra pretty, like the people, like the idea that I keep inside my brain that isn't equal to the real world. All that stress ain't saving me fear though. I swear to God I'm trying, but they pushing their demons down my esophagus, screaming the easy life, what I want always. Praise made up holidays, tell me that love is the answer just to boost this economy. Buy more, sell now, but I ain't following. I ain't a hollow man, I'm full of them fall winds. Take it all with a tall grin, and if you feel it, do it with me. And just sing what the song says. Take it all for what it is. It ain't all so big. So big, so big, so big. Take it all for what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is, what it is. It ain't all so big. It ain't all so big.
Hello, hello, hello. Hey, y'all. It's me. It's me.
Dearly beloved.
Me and Mr. Boss gonna have to get that together. Y'all see how he just cut me off? I was in the middle of it's me, it's me, and he just boom.
Dearly beloved.
Lord, it's gonna be one of them type days. Y'all understand that? I really don't, but anyway. Y'all, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Good Friday, y'all. We started this on Good Friday last year. And it's been Good Friday ever since. I love being with you all on Friday afternoon. I'm a little later today than I normally come. I am. But anyway, I'm here. And I hope all you are doing well. And I appreciate you so much for being here. This is 10,000 subscriber milestone. I definitely want to come and say hello. Thank y'all for all your support. Y'all know that's true. Listen, we've almost gone through 10,000 now. So we're moving on along. Let's see. What will be the next milestone? Should we celebrate at 20? Nah, we're going to go all the way to 50. We're going to go to 50,000 and then we're going to have another party. But today, with the 10,000 subscriber count, we're going to get into it in just a little bit, but y'all know also that it's Freestyle Friday. And on Freestyle Friday, y'all know I recount my whole week and things I've done. And this past week, I was on the Krew season, so y'all know we got to talk about that. Oh, my goodness. Me and Mr. Black Man. Me and Black Man had a show on Monday. What did we talk about? Oh, we talked about a lot, too. We just jumped right in. We gave the haters some hate. That ain't what I do, but we had to talk about it a little bit. But we talked about them too. We're going to recount that too. And then today it's me. So we're going to go over all of that, but we're going to start the show off with some good stuff. We're doing the 10,000 thank you subscriber count. But before we get started, I'm going to tell you what it's going to be like. I'm going to say hello to people in the comment section also, because I missed saying something to y'all last Monday. Me and I keep on to call Black Man Mr. Black Man. Why? BMU. But anyway, we just jumped right in and started talking. I didn't even get a chance to say hello to none of y'all. And that just like, wow. I bet they just like, really? I showed up and I didn't get my name called. I understand what y'all saying. I understand. But wait, that ain't going to happen today because it's just me. I'm going to take my time and make sure I say hello to a few people. But today I'm going to tell you about this. This is the 10,000 subscriber count celebration. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much to all of you all. And I'm going to have 3 giveaways. We're asking 3 major questions, right? We have for 2 people. I'm going to allow you all, I want y'all to go to my store, take a picture of whatever it is there that you want, one item, and then send it to me at sbshow2020@gmail. And then we're going to take care of that for you. We're going to make sure you get it. We got 2 of those. And then the last one, this is the big one, is $100 Cash App. And we're going to Cash App you right away. How about that? So understand this. We ain't playing with this, y'all. So y'all know that $100 one, that Cash App is going to be a good one. But these are all things that we have talked about that y'all probably should know if y'all been following SB and been over here at SB Nation. But listen, let me say hello to a few people before I get all into this. Thank y'all. I see the congrats. Moon Maiden, girl. You be in there. I appreciate you so much. But guess what? You're going to have to learn like I did. Some people just want to argue. They don't care about who you are, what you do, if you want them or not. They just want to argue. I just think it's this atmosphere that we're in. They may be, I'm not going to say they upset. I don't know if somebody heard them. I have no idea. Don't really care. But they just want to be controversial. So I appreciate you in my comment section. I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for contributing to this 10,000 subscriber count. Keep doing what you're doing, but also keep in mind, they just want to argue. Take heed to the message. Hello. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. You are an outstanding supporter. And again, thank you for being here. And in your comment section, you also are a good contributor. Listen, I appreciate y'all so much. LL, lovely new setup. Okay, thank you so much. How are you? It's good to have you here. Edward, Mr. Edward, hello. How you doing? Hey, SB in chat. How's everyone Friday? Everything's good so far, y'all. So far, everything's been good. Dr. Steele, it's good to see you. M. Mills, how you been? I don't think I've seen you for a while. I haven't called your name, but I'm calling, I always call your name, but I'm calling it today. So it's good to see you. And thank you for your support to this 10,000 subscriber count. Because all y'all been here from the beginning. Dr. Steele, M. Mills, they've been from the beginning, y'all. They've been SB way, I ain't gonna tell y'all how long ago, but anyway, they've been with me. Y'all been riding. So y'all probably know me. Y'all know me very well. And I appreciate y'all because there's so many people out there now that don't know nothing about me. And I'm going to take some time to actually, the new subscribers, let them in on a little bit because they don't know my story. They ain't going back and watching all them videos. But I appreciate y'all so much for being here. And thank you for your continued support. Deadshot 5.0. Deadshot 5.0 says, ooh, I like that. I9 King Colin. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Marcus, hello, Marcus. How are you? Listen, black man, I've been calling you Mr. Black Man like since the show been on. I don't know what's going on with that, but how you doing? Aka, thank you so much. Tell Bob I said hello. Scam, what's going on with you? Hope you're doing good. Anybody else? All right. So listen, that's that for now. But listen, guys, I'm not gonna do the 10,000 subscriber giveaway yet. I'm gonna see if we have a little bit more people that arrives. I know my man Aaron over there doing his show, and I know how Aaron shows are. Whew, y'all already know. But anyway, we're gonna get into the show a little bit. It's Freestyle Friday, and I'm gonna recount what happened going throughout the week, but I'm gonna actually start. Little little plastic spoon, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Lady Navoa, you too. P. Davis, it's good to see you. Thank you guys. Brown eyes, brown eyes. What's up, girl? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing very well. It's good to see you. But listen, guys, I got to get into. I'm gonna go to Krew season. You know, I'm going to Krew season on Wednesday night because that was an interesting show. And I got to let y'all know something. Those who have been here for the duration know that SB started out in the beginning letting everybody know that I advocate for men. Men are in authority. They are heads of our households. I want them to be married if they want to be married. They should be leaders. I'm not saying that they are going to be fully equipped with everything that they need from the beginning, but God put them in that position to be able to obtain that mentally, spiritually. You know, they got the logic, they have the certain amount of emotion that they need to have to carry them to that position, to lead, to guide, to have discipline, to have structure in order to have a family. They were given that. I'm not saying, and by no means that any and all men are perfect. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they just have the potential. They have what it takes. It was given to them. Had nothing to do with a woman being me or any other woman. Didn't have nothing to do with us. So I treat you all that way. I'm gonna always treat a man that way. I'm not gonna take away from you and act like, you know, let me say this. I used to work at a church, and the church ladies, I know some oftentimes y'all call me church lady. Y'all got it all wrong. Not you all, but y'all know what I'm talking about. They got it all wrong. What you see is just a woman that has morals. I live my life and have structured my life of high moral quality. I'm a virtuous woman. Okay. I'm going to say it myself, but I want to be. That's how I want to live my life. So, see, you know, knowing that I don't indulge in a lot of things and I don't miss it, you know, it makes for a very, some would call it boring. Some would call it, I don't know. But for me, it's good because I don't have to worry about a lot of things other people have to worry about. Dallas Cowboys, hey, how are you? I don't have to worry about certain things. And that's how I want to live. But on the Krew season on Wednesday night, I noticed that a lot of things was coming a lot of different ways, y'all. I had situations with young men, had a situation with young ladies. And when I say situation, I mean not nothing bad. Y'all got to go back and check it out. It was Wednesday night on Krew season 10:30. Show 10:30 Eastern. Show kind of got started. But anyway, there was an incident where a young man, y'all all know him, Ali, if you hear, Fatty, whoever here, y'all saw it. There was an incident where he asked a question, and the question was about women having trauma. And I actually understood his question. I did. But, you know, I'm the one that's going to be quiet and let everybody else answer. But anyway, what I'm noticing here in these spaces is that a lot of times we're not listening to each other. This ain't the first time I've noticed it. It's not the first time. It's been several times that women and men, we do not listen to each other. I don't know if we're just want to argue. We do not want to get along. I really don't know exactly what it is. Are we just trying to win? Or I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, it was a question put out there about women and their trauma. And Kayla, shout out to you. You had an excellent answer because she talked about a trauma, a very devastating trauma of sexual assault, molestation, things of that nature, which happens to women and men. But at this particular time, she was talking about, the question was asked about a woman. So she answered with that question. And she had an excellent answer, y'all. It was an excellent answer. And that's just something that we don't talk about. And we don't talk about it because guess what? I'm not a counselor. I'm not a therapist. If somebody's really afflicted by that and they came to me, I would not know what to tell them to do to help them. Only thing I can do is point them to their creator and like, look, you got to talk to God about it. But I also would tell them to go get some counseling. So that's not something I don't play with it, but I definitely acknowledge that it goes on. And I've seen the pain and the trauma that it causes women and men. So I guess what I'm getting to is that that point was made, and for some reason, it broke out into a big debate. And what I need to tell everyone is this, and you guys know, y'all know, I'm all about having a conversation, and I think that's the difference between me and a lot of people. I want to have a conversation. I'm not interested in a debate. And the reason why I'm not interested in a debate is because I've been married for so long. I have a husband. I don't have no sexual market value. I'm not trying to appeal. I'm just trying to get to know and try to figure out how to be a better person. I'm just trying to figure out what we can do to make this thing better. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just trying to figure out what we need to do to make this better. I'm not trying to stay separate. I'm not trying to keep men away from women. I want to have a breakthrough. And if talking about these issues, sexual assault, molestation, trauma, whatever, if we can talk about that and we can come to some solutions about it, that's what I want. I'm not interested in debating with you. Now, you can go debate with a younger woman that maybe has experienced a man and has something negative that in her mind or whatever. You can debate that. But me, I want to have a conversation. And I just think I need to tell everyone that. And I know everybody's not going to have to say it again and conduct myself the same way in other places. But when you're dealing with me, I'm all about a conversation. I'm not about tearing you down. I'm not about arguing. I just want to know what's going on in your head. I don't want you. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing there. There's nothing there that would make me debate you or debate anybody. I honestly want to have conversations. So anyway, I noticed that a lot of young men, Ali is one of them. I think Ali don't really want to have conversations yet. Or maybe he does, but he just don't know that he needs to have a conversation, rather debate. Ali, I respect Ali. I respect everything he did, but this is what happened. The other day when we were on the show, now everybody who's been here from the beginning knows and understands that Mr. Boss turns on the camera, turns off the camera, adjusts the camera, goes through all the camera angles. And what I do is just sit right here in front of y'all and I talk to y'all. I just give y'all more of me all the time. That's all I do. Now, those of you that don't know it and you haven't been here for the whole time, I'm going to let you know. SB does nothing with production of the show. I'm just here talking. T-Shaw, how you doing? Black, built like a conquering king. I like that. How y'all doing? It's good to see you. Thank y'all for being here. So anyway, we were there and we were talking and I said what I had to say, and we were talking about a trauma. I said what I had to say and the camera went out. Camera went out probably for about a second. I'm gonna tell y'all something so strange about this. I didn't even know the camera went out, but the camera went out. When the camera came back on, this young man is saying to me, "Oh, SB, you done showed your colors. You done showed your colors. And this is this." I'm like, "What?" I'm looking. If you go back and look at the video, I got this real puzzle look on my face, and I'm thinking. And then all the women are yelling at him. She could turn her camera off. Just going. And I'm thinking, what is going on? So then Mr. Boss, of course, chimes in with me and he's like, the camera went off, babe. I'm sorry. And I'm like, what? But I just want to let them guys know that I am not going to run from a conversation or even disrespect you. That's not what I do. I don't disrespect men. It's not what I do. I want to have a conversation with you. I'm never going to flush you out or turn the camera off because of you or anything. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna turn the camera off ever because that's not what I do. So I don't think they are aware of that. I don't think that they were aware that Mr. Boss handles my production. And if the camera goes off, it was him that turned it off or we lost something. I don't know, but I don't think they understood that because that was one of the things he said was that SB, you're showing your true colors. And when someone says that, I'm thinking, I'm showing my true colors. What do you mean? I wasn't trying to be anybody else. I'm just me, So I just wanted to clear that up because that was one of the things that happened on the cruise season. And it's just like, what? So if they ever come, if he is available today and he hears me talking and he wants to come up and talk about it, then he's welcome to do so. But I thought that that was something to be, you know, to call me disrespectful when I don't play. I'm not disrespectful at all in any way. Black built like a conquering king says, I would like to see you in Alan Obi. You know what? We have done one. I bet you probably know that, don't you? We've have done. I've been on his show. It's been a while back now, but yeah, we've talked about that. We will work again together again. I appreciate him a lot. Mr. Bennett, how are you? It's good to see you. Listen, we have more people in here in the live. Let me tell y'all, this is the appreciation show. 10,000 subscribers. As we go on, we're going to definitely have a giveaway of 3 gifts. One will be to go to the store, SB Show, excuse me, to go to the store, SB Nation, go to the store, pick out something that you want. You have one item, take a picture of it. You can send it to my Gmail, and I'll tell you more about that. And also, I have a giveaway of a $100 cash app that has a question attached to it. And you also have an opportunity to answer that question. Ine, how are you? It's good to see you. OG Lee, how are you? It's good to see you guys. So anyway, that I just wanted to talk about that little one part to make sure that everybody understands that I'm not out to disrespect a young man, grown man, or any man. The camera, Mr. Boss handles the cameras for us. He wasn't out to disrespect anybody. We don't even really know what happened. I think the camera flickered for 1 second, maybe 2. Somebody told me 2 seconds. Don't really know. But anyway, that happened. And, but anyway, it's just one of those things. Hey, Mr. Jimmy, how are you? But it happens and we move on. But anyway, I want to bring that up because we have had like terrible, what can I say? I've been telling y'all for the last 3 weeks, I'm at this like crossroads, and it's like, what am I hearing? What is going on? Marriage is an option, y'all. There's no more warring. We're not warring anymore. Luke Casely, how you doing? We're not warring. What we should be doing now is trying to figure out how we could put this together. And everything that I'm going to do is going to look like that. I'm going to be trying to figure out how I can make the women who want to be wives. And I'm also going to be trying to let the men know, look, every time y'all have been given authority over all of this. This is how it goes. You have been. Daily Wrap Up Crew, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for your $50 super chat. Congratulations. Thank you, guys. You get the money line.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline.
Dearly beloved.
Thank you guys so much for that. Y'all keep doing what you're doing. Y'all know I'll be in the background. Y'all ain't invited me to the show yet, but that's all right. I know why y'all don't want me there. I know. But anyway, thank y'all. I'm just kidding. It's good to see y'all. All right. So listen, we're going to keep going. But like I said, my whole objective and my mission is to make women wives and men to let y'all know that y'all have authority over this thing. And it has nothing to do with the woman. Because what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing now, again, when I go to certain places, and cruise season was that I enjoyed being on cruise season, learning from younger people and all of that and all what have you. But it's not, I'm about conversation. I'm about solution. And that's a solution-based show. So when you interact with me, just keep that in mind. I'm about solutions. I'm not about trying to argue with you about it with anybody. And I'm definitely not trying to be disrespectful, but I am all about having conversation. So if that's possible to do, we can definitely have a good conversation and possibly come up to some solutions. Now, there is a conflict resolution show coming soon. It will not be tomorrow, but we do have one coming soon. It's going to be a good one, y'all. And I just need y'all to, I'll let you know. I'll let you know when it's coming. Now, on Monday, we talked about me and Black Men just jumped right in. But we talked about some haters and people that are feeling a little discouraged by me for whatever reason. And I got a little bit more of that on cruise season on Wednesday night. Towards the end of the show, there was, y'all already know, there's Queen Sheba, B. Taylor, Kayla, Sahara, and myself were there. I actually think we had a pretty good night. B. Taylor was there. She was very informative. You know, she spoke well and had questions, and Kayla same. And then there was Queen Sheba too. Now, Queen Sheba, I don't know anything about Queen Sheba. I don't know if she's my age. I don't even know. I'm thinking that she's probably my age. I don't know. But her and she was getting ready to have a little dialogue with me. But I think the basis of her dialogue was to tell me that I'm just not nice and that I can't say things to people. I got that much out of her that I just can't say what I want to people. I think that's weird, you know, because I'm an adult. I got my own brain, my own mouth. She says whatever she wants to me. She cuts me off. She talks over me. She talks under me. I never say anything. I just feel like it's a part of the show. Some people take it as entertainment. I'm a little bit more serious. I'm just more a little serious minded, especially. See, there's a difference between me and, you know, like I told y'all, the sisterhood. I'm a serious minded person and I do love women. I want women to win. And right now, women are not winning. We're not. Our behaviors have put us in a place where it doesn't look good for us. Me and Mr. Pauls was talking about this earlier today because we own a business too, just in case some of you all didn't know. And I was like, that darn Joe Biden, a year or two ago, he told everybody the minimum wage needs to be $15, you know, and he felt like, see, nobody really heard what he was saying. He was talking about people who work for the federal government, but when you tell one group of people their wages has to be minimum of 15, then everybody heard you. You said it over the national airways, so everybody heard it. So everybody now, we got to have 15. So, you know, you had so many questions. Well, if I'm giving you 15 and I've been working for you for 5 years, what is my minimum? My minimum is 20. So you do all these adjusting for these employees that you love and need to make sure your business runs efficiently and all of that. You do all of that sufficiently. Excuse me. You do all of this, right? But then he just sets us up for this economy thing this inflation thing sets us up for the rents on a 1-bedroom being $1,500. So guess what that just made your $15 an hour look like? $8. And then it keeps going up. It keeps going up. And I'm like, wow, do you see this? Do you see this? So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because this is why I'm serious about women. And I'm serious about women and children. I don't talk about children because my children are all grown. But I speak on the women because women are over children. Man is over woman. So I'm speaking to the ones that are like me. And I say this also in my intro. If 1-bedroom apartment is $1,500 and I'm paying you $15 a month, you're not making it. Now, I'm not telling you to go get a man so you can pay your rent. I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you, if you could foresee anything down the road, around the corner, down the street, you can see that this is not going to look good for us. Okay. This is not looking good for women, especially single women. It's not. So when I say I'm preparing you all to be a wife, that was actually your purpose for being here. Wife, procreation with man, family, nuclear. See, because it's a setup, y'all. You've already been set up. You've already been set up to think that independent life, you can live it and be good at it and be just as good as a man. But you already make less than they do. Even with the increase, they took it from you because it was a setup in the beginning to take it from you, to make you think, because it was playing with your head because you want to get so far away from what your purpose really is. Now, somebody somewhere is going to say, I'm bashing women. They're going to say I'm bashing women, just like the young lady on Wednesday night, Queen Sheba, I think was trying to tell me that I'm just not nice. I'm not so nice because where we're going is not so good, Sheba. And I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to tell you this. I was getting ready to tell you, I'll let you know. And in me telling you is what I'm telling my comment section and on this live right now. It's not a good place. It's not going to be a good place. And guess what? The sisterhood will not be there for you. Now, Queen Sheba openly said that she was part of the sisterhood. But I also know silly women, y'all. Y'all know something? Go to 2 Timothy and it talks about a silly woman and let me know if it fits anybody you know. 2 Timothy, go. Talks about a silly woman and just see if it works. Because I know silly woman, I can actually identify with them. And that's not what I'm doing. That's not who I am. Everything is not okay. Listen, y'all, did y'all just hear what I said? Your president said, you got to give them $15 minimum, but he was actually talking about people who actually work for the federal government. But we all heard it. So now everybody who heard it thinks, okay, I deserve $15 an hour. Okay, I'm going to give you 15. I might even give you 16, 17, maybe up to 20. But guess what else they did for you? They raised all the rates. They took all the jobs away. They got inflation. Your apartment, 1 bedroom now, $1,500. There's no more $800 a month rent. Now what do you have? Where can you live? And you still don't want to prepare yourself to be a wife? See, this is why I'm urgent. This is why I don't play with this institution of marriage that I'm telling you about. This is why I am straightforward and to the point about women needing to be covered. This is why. This is why. This is all. It's not a joke to me. I've been in the position I'm in for a very long time, and I ain't got to tell y'all that. But I see so many women that are uncovered, and they swear to God they're independent. And you want to be independent. Now, see, it may look, and I don't even know how it looks, but I'm not interested in doing everything by myself because it's a game. Your mind is just playing tricks on you. You're not independent. If your tire go flat, you're not going to change it. God. So anyway, I'm saying this to say the reason why I'm more serious minded or may come off being not nice is because I'm very serious about what I'm doing. I'm very serious about women becoming wives. I'm very serious about us trying to get the nuclear family back in place so we can have some resemblance of something normal and building our community. I really would love to see that. Bomb Cherries Juice says other women are okay being independent. Y'all, did y'all hear me mention silly women? Check it, go back and read it and see. Bomb Cherry might be one of those people that are being a silly woman. Yeah, they might be fine, Bomb Cherry, being independent, but you probably got a husband. Matter of fact, I know for a fact that you do. Give every woman an opportunity to be married and be covered and know that somebody got her back. Don't push independentness. Tell that Negro where he can go. Tell him you don't need him. Don't push that. Don't put, I'm married longer than you. Absolutely. Guess what? You were smart and you know it. I appreciate that. So you should be telling some woman, hey, you could be independent, all right, but it's better if you have somebody that got your back. That's what you should be doing. But so many times we have silly women of age, which we call elders, that don't want to relay a good message. And then we have these young girls that are out of order. And I'm not talking about getting married to just anybody. We want men to be the men and the husbands that they should be. So understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to push a woman just on any man. I'm trying to make men great. Not me particularly. I'm just saying if men knew that women counted on them and wanted them to be this way, maybe they would be. Instead of us being nasty to them, beating them up, acting like they're nothing and have no ability to be anything. Maybe that's the problem. Bomb Cherry says women who want marriage is good and those who don't are fine also. Bomb Cherry, I always speak of women that want to be married, but I'm telling you that there are a lot of them out there that want a man and they want to be married, but they want a good man. That's all I'm saying. We all want a good man. So you really hadn't said anything. I'm agreeing with you. Don't nobody want no good man. No, excuse me. Don't nobody want no bad man. Nobody wants that. So listen, I'm agreeing with you, but stop playing with that independentness. You got a man. See, that's the problem. That is the problem. No correction. You see these girls out here cussing these men out, doing this, doing that, and you won't even say anything. I'm not talking about you, Bomb Cherry. I'm just saying women in general. You won't say a word, knowing full well your ass wouldn't do it. You wouldn't do it. We weren't raised that way. You also know the way we were raised is the way to be as an elder person, as an older person. You already know that. But guess what? You wouldn't share it. You think it's cute. So, Queen Sheba, the reason why I am the way I am and have the urgency to tell women what's best for them is because I already know how tough and hard it's going to be for a single woman out here by herself. And see, if we don't make our community better, y'all know what happens, right? It just gets worse. It just gets worse. And if we still can't encourage a nuclear family, y'all know what happens, right? It just gets worse. So instead of allowing, as an elder woman, this is me, foolishness to go on, I refuse to. So if I'm going to be the bee in the room, I'm going to wear it. No, the hell I ain't. I ain't going to let y'all call me no bee. If I'm going to be the mean woman in the room, I will be the mean woman in the room. But understand this, it's coming in love. It's coming in love. It's coming with a lot of time spent being married. It comes with some hard times messing up. I'm going to tell you again, y'all may not agree, but I'm the example. I messed up. So those of you all who are new and haven't been here from the beginning, I was a single mom. I was shamed. It was necessary, but nobody else had to shame me. I was shamed of myself because I knew better after the dang bone fact, but that was a little bit too late. So if I'm here today, all these years later, trying to share with somebody what they don't want, y'all need to hear this. But you don't have to, but you need to hear it because I'm being honest, and you need to be honest with yourself because I already know that when you're by yourself and you got that quiet time and ain't nothing going on but you and God in the room, He dealing with you. He dealing with you, and you about to fall out in tears. You about to cry if you ain't already cried. You're this close to being depressed if you're not already depressed. And you don't really know what to do. But guess where the hood at? The sisterhood, guess where they at? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Now, see, I'm going to tell you again, I love women, but they be 100 strong of wrongdoing. They don't want to tell you right. They don't want to hold you accountable. They don't want you to have a good life. They don't.
They liars, bro. They liars.
Yes, listen, Bomb Cherry, I've been saying it from the beginning. I was a single mom. It ain't been no secret. Only me get to tell my testimony. Only me. It's been from the beginning, Bomb Cherry. From the beginning, I've been sharing, been trying to let every woman know, look, you don't want this. Yeah, you part of the sisterhood. I know. I see you. I see you. But listen, you be a part of whatever you want to as long as you telling them the truth. Yes, yeah. Black men up 50. No, you didn't go to secretary. I'm gonna let them find it on their own, black man. I'm gonna let them find it on their own. So anyway, this is why. So Bomb Cherry says, so other single mothers can find men also. Absolutely. I want them to find Bomb Cherry. See what the sisterhood do to you. The sisterhood will keep you from hearing the correct message. The correct message. I got a whole video out there where I talk about I'm a single mom and I'm winning. Whole video. I also say in the video that I was a single mom and I was my husband's second wife. Still winning. So that's why I'm sharing this with you. But see, guess what? I'm gonna tell you the difference. I got my mind straight. I got back to who I was supposed to be. And I knew I fell off. So I got back to what I was supposed to be doing. And that's the difference. That's the difference. A lot of times these single mothers or even just single women, MGTOW, how are you? It's good to see you. They don't get back to the original purpose for their life. And they stay out there trying to find the independence or trying to find a man, which they're not supposed to do. You're supposed to align yourself with your creator and find out what he has for you as a woman who wants to be a wife. And then that man will find you. He will find you. And that's what happened to me. And I just want to share that with people. AMF, how are you doing? Single mothers are getting married. It is about character and attitude. AMF, say it again. They don't even know. That's all it's about. Because guess what? Some of these single, beautiful young women of marriageable age, they can have children, all of that. They check all the boxes. Mine just is screwed up. There would be a terrible wife, but they check all the boxes. That's what I'm telling my men folk. That's why I'm trying to tell women, you got to become a wife. You got to get your head straight. See, none of that stuff. Now, look, Bomb Cherry, if you still listening, That was me with one child. Now, when we get over into 2 and 3 and 4, things change. I have different instructions for women who have had more than one child. This is just me. You still do what you want to do. But I do think the most important thing is to stop, get your mind straight, change your mindset about who you are and what you're doing, and then you can do some different things. That's what needs to happen. So I just wanted, I actually wanted Queen Sheba to know last night or Wednesday night. I could not talk to her because people just bickering back and forth. But my testimony is my testimony to tell. I've been saying this from the first time I've come to this platform, that I was a single mom. I wasn't a single mom for long. I talked about the shame that I had. I did a whole video on the shame that I experienced. I was out of order. I was wrong. How it's wrong to have a baby shower. See, y'all ain't gonna tell. Y'all won't go back and tell these young ladies these days, if they ain't got a husband, that they don't need to have a baby shower. Y'all will be at the baby shower. I'm telling you that that's wrong. I'm not telling you don't help her. I'm not even telling you that you need to love her. I'm just saying that is nothing to glorify. It's not good to be a single woman sitting up there in a big old chair talking about you pregnant and we're going to celebrate this. The baby ain't even here. So I know what y'all going to say to me. Y'all going to tell me, oh, but it's about the baby. No, it's not. It's not about the baby, y'all. It's not. It's about them. It's about the sisterhood. It's about the Instagram. It's about the pictures. It's about all that crazy stuff that doesn't matter, that will not come in your room at night and help you when you laying on the floor in tears, wondering how you got here. We're playing games. So this is why I'm the one that's probably not liked. This is the reason why I'm probably the one with all the urgency. It's urgent. It's urgent for me because our minds are just wrong. And Bomb Cherry says something about celebrating. It's okay, Bomb Cherry. You can celebrate whatever you want to, but you may not know because you may not have been a single mother. But I'm telling you for experience, it is not anything to celebrate being a single mom, because that's not how it's supposed to be. It took 2 people to produce that baby or to form that baby. So, if it was 2 people, then maybe so. But when you only got one, it ain't nothing to be celebrated. So y'all stop playing. It's not. Now, I definitely need your help. When the baby get here, I need you to be here. I need you to tell me how to do stuff. I might even need you to buy some diapers. We need a support system if you're a single mom. You definitely do. But celebrating, that's wrong. It's wrong. And it's my opinion. Your mind is in the wrong place. Because when you celebrate it, you get to feeling good. The baby all beautiful. You look all cute. You taking pictures of your mole. You're doing all this crazy stuff. Guess what happens? Number 2. Still couldn't get it right. Number 2. Here come baby number 2. We're going to celebrate that one too? Is that what we're going to do? It's wrong, y'all. Don't get mad at me, y'all. I'm not bashing a single mom. I was one. I'm just telling you. I'm giving y'all the inside. I'm giving you the inside, and I'm challenging the sisterhood, because the sisterhood would tell you it's all good because they don't want you to have nothing. Yeah, come on, stop playing. I mean, I don't know if it's a thing that you actually think about. I don't think y'all intentionally don't want to have nothing. I just think you don't think it through. Are you sitting there saying to yourself, you know what, if this girl had this baby right here and she don't try to find no husband and get back on track, she gonna have another one, and what's gonna happen then? I don't think y'all think like that. I think you just don't think about it, because guess what? You go home to your husband, or you go home to your man. You go home and do whatever you do, you go. And you leave that girl there by herself for her to think about it. And then I see them all the time on TikTok and YouTube. Sometimes they just be in there crying their eyes out. It's one young girl, 5 kids. She just crying, crying. Can't even hold it together, trying to make somebody think she good. You can see nothing but loss in her. And we just still playing these games. And we thinking we're going to tell them, look, go down there and get you a check and some food stamps and whatever else the government has to offer you. Go down there and get that. You going to be good. No, y'all. Oh, boy. We don't want no more than that. Can we not have more than that? Can we be better people than that? Now, understand what I'm saying. I think assistance is great. I think it's great and very well necessary, but we don't want to plan our life for that. We would love to have better options. You know, I just think sometimes when people have to rely on someone else to take care of them, they don't feel real good about themselves. I think they feel like, you know, what despair actually. But we go out here, we put this front on, we'll get our hair done, we'll do all this stuff to make everybody else think that we're feeling very, very good, but we're not. Hey, Ricky, thank you so much. He says 10K bomb. You well deserved and past due. It is past due. Ricky, don't call me out. Ricky, don't call me out. But y'all, thank y'all so much here for y'all support and being here. I didn't intend to go down that street today about the women. That wasn't even what my show was about, but I guess I always ask God to use me when I come up here and see whatever needs to be said. And the interaction that me and Queen Sheba had was real. I never did get to say much to her about her, I guess, disappointment in me. But I did have an opportunity to say I'm not a part of the sisterhood, and I'm not. But I love women, y'all. But I just can't be part of a group of people that don't tell people the truth. I think everybody needs to hear the truth, and even me. So if you got some truth for me, I want to hear it. Now, if you don't know me, that's one thing. But if you got some truth for me, there's another. And I appreciate that, because I'm not saying by any means I know everything. But most of the time when I'm talking to you all and then y'all don't like what I'm saying, you get mad at me, y'all got to go ahead and go to God about it, because I got it from him. I got it from him. And I try to align myself with his message. It ain't me. It's always him, y'all. I try my best. If I'm off, call me on it. But most of the time, I'm trying to be in a line and do the right thing. And the right thing is, women, we have to protect ourselves. We need to preserve our vaginas. Hot Street at Unsolicited Security Buzz. Can ladies in the chat call in and ask questions? Absolutely. Somebody have a question? Yeah, absolutely. But you definitely can. But we're gonna let me finish this statement, because it's supposed to be a 10,000K celebration. I appreciate all of you for being here. Bomb Cherry, I appreciate you for being here. I definitely do. I know you and I didn't start off best at the beginning. Actually, we didn't even have a start. So, I appreciate you being here. So, but what we're going to do first is this. We're going to have this 10,000 subscriber thank you and appreciation. The first question, y'all, is what is Mr. Boss's signature sound? I need y'all to put that in the comment section. Whoever does it first gets to go to the store, the SB Nation store, and pick whatever you want. One item, take a picture of it, and email that picture to me at sbshow2020@gmail.com. You know what? I'm excluding you, Scam Likely. Scam was right. His signature sound is Dearly Beloved.
Dearly beloved.
So, guys, all of you all that are new, let me let you in on something. Let me write this down, because Scam, I don't want to forget about you intentionally. All of you that are new to my lives understand that Mr. Boss' signature sound is Dearly Beloved. So if you ever hear Dearly Beloved, y'all know that Mr. Boss is listening and paying attention. And Scam Likely was first, but I am so glad that y'all knew that. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and do the second question too. And then we're going to open the call lines. The third question, I'm going to take a little bit of time, because it's going to be a little harder. And then I might need to exclude some of y'all. But second question, how long has Unsolicited been in existence? How long have I been doing the Unsolicited podcast? Put your answer in the comment section. How long? I got y'all. How long? Don't be going, don't you dare go to that's not fair. That is not fair. Y'all cannot go to no. Oh, not No, not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Almost. Almost. Luke Casey, thank you so much for your $5 super sticker. Almost. No. 2 years. No. Black man. 55. What's 55? Stop it. No, no. E-Day. No, y'all. 2 years. No. Clement Gray. A year and a half. No, no. No. Y'all got to get this one. Y'all got to get this one. CB in 3 years. No, no, no. No, no, no. Oh no, Ruckus 2 years. All right, all right, all right. So here we go. This is yeah, I've been doing it since September 2021. So this is the thing. Clement Gray says you're such a says Clement, you were actually close. It's a year and 5 months. So I'm gonna give it to Clement. And you are an excellent supporter, Clement. I think you said a year and 6 months. Clement said that. Clement Gray, I think you said a year and 6 months. That was the closest. So Clement, thank you so much. A year and a half, you did. You were just about right. So Clement, you could definitely go over to our store, take a picture of something, and email it to me at sbshow2020@gmail.com. You want to go ahead and do the third one now before we open up the phone lines? We're gonna wait. Mr. Bo said we're gonna wait just a little bit, and we're gonna do the third giveaway. And I'm not going to give them the answer. I'm not going to ask the question till it's time because they'll be going back looking. Y'all supposed to just notice your math was bad. Mine might be too. But anyway, listen, guys. I wanted to say that to my ladies because, again, like I was saying, Queen Sheba doesn't know me, y'all. I just recently popped up on a panel where she was at, and I come in with my very strong opinions. Y'all know opinions are my very strong. I ain't even gonna give it opinions. My very strong, what do I want to call it? Disposition. And I don't allow anybody to sway me off my disposition because I have a belief system that has guided me and has kept me for so many years, y'all. And listen, every day I get evidence that I am in the right place every single day. So I don't know what y'all have, if y'all got anything. I don't know. But what I believe in, I believe in. So I'm not going to try to take your belief away from you or even try to tell you to change your belief. But I am never going to change mine. And I said never. This gonna take me out of here, y'all. So if I'm wrong, I'll be sitting somewhere looking real crazy real soon. But if I'm right, y'all won't see me no more. So that's just how strong it is. And Ricky, I don't know how long you've been here, Ricky, but I'm mentioning Queen Sheba, and I don't even know if you were there at that time, Ricky, but I was just mentioning what happened at the end of the show as far as she was actually telling me her thoughts about me and what she, about me being able to voice to people, to talk to other people. So going back to that, the reason why I do bother to talk to women, because again, I was that woman. I was that girl. I'm that example. And I don't know what people live for, but I kind of think they live for more or to do better than what they're doing. Not to say that I'm better, but if I have something to offer to anybody. So when I'm saying something, it may not be the people that are right in front of me. It may be for some people in the live. It may be for some people that know somebody that was in the live that they can go back and tell somebody, hey, I heard this, so I'm going to share. And this is so true to what I'm saying to you because it's been so many confirmations of this. I'm going to give y'all one. Y'all going to be like, oh, wow. Excuse me, y'all. One pot. Who knew one pot could be so catchy? It was just something that was recommended to two young people early in their marriage that actually works. That's all it was. It's all it was, y'all. It was just something that someone said to us that worked in our marriage. And I was like, you know what? As I play my life over and I think about things that me and Mr. Bob have gone through, they are very, very helpful. One pot is helpful to somebody. But guess what, y'all? If your man is a gambler or your woman is a gambler, or if your husband or your man, however you want to do it, but they got some habits, that ain't the person you want to put your stuff in one pot with. Y'all don't be don't be taking my suggestions or advice or whatever and just applying it to everybody. It's almost like Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was talking to high valued men. That means that men that made six figures and more. He wasn't just talking about the average guy. The average guy might have to endure a little bit more. So, in other words, when I'm talking about one pot, I'm talking about two people who are on equal playing fields, who have the same belief system and want the same thing. You know, you be foolish to go put your money in the pot with a man you know who gambles. I'm not talking about that, y'all. So don't be like, SB, that didn't work for me. It didn't work for you because you didn't have the proper components. It wasn't my fault. It was just what it was. You know, so but I'm just saying that because that was one of the things that as a young woman, me and Mr. Boss went through, and I share it with you because I think it can help other people get to another part of your life. So that was just one thing. It's been so many confirmations, y'all. Another thing, and I think women have the biggest problem with this. Don't go out of town with don't go on single girlfriend trips. Actually put your single girlfriends in a position or in a place that's not too close to you. I'm not saying dish your single girlfriends, but there's no more hanging out with them as a married woman. I say this because once a woman is married, her mindset should change. She should be about her husband and her family to come, or if they have kids already, she should be about being a wife and a mother and a house, a homemaker to her family. A single woman's thoughts about her being a single woman. She could do whatever the heck she wants to, and I don't mind that. But the thought process is different. But for some reason, women seem to think that they don't influence each other. You know, they seem to think, oh, well, she over here in the club drinking, doing this and this to midnight, but it ain't got to be me. Well, guess what? If it ain't going to be you and you ain't going to hang out with her, then why string her along as your bestie? So I always say to women, once you get married, you still take care of your girlfriends, meaning if something's wrong with them, you're there for them, but you're no longer hanging out with them. You're not going on no 7-day trip or cruise out of the country with your single girlfriends. I've been saying this for a very long time. Now, another reason why I say this is because there was always a woman that wanted my man. Always. There's always been a woman that wanted my man. I guess I never had the ugly ones, but anyway. So I know how women move. So OG Lee says the Bible, God said to do not permit a woman to teach or to have authority over a males. I agree. Now I don't want to say this was you, but I think I heard you say this last time. But I'm talking to women right now. But I think you said this the last time too. And I agree with you. We're in total agreement. So getting back to what I was saying, single girls. I don't like single. I don't recommend that. Oh, I was gonna tell y'all why. Because there was always a friend that liked my man, y'all. There was always one. There was some of them been there, even a roommate one time. She was in there putting her hand up over her head so her skirt would come up. So guess what my man did? Came and told me, you see that? Yeah, I do. Let's keep moving. So I have seen the antics that women can have when they see that a young woman or their girlfriend is happy. I see it. I can see it crystal clear. The other thing too is this, and I don't know why some women have such a hard time adjusting to that, because every woman I know has a girlfriend story. Y'all all have a girlfriend story about how the woman messed around, cheated, lied on you, stole from you, wanted to go with your man, slept with your man, stole money, whatever. Y'all all have a story about a girlfriend. But you still want to hang out with them. I get it. Well, you know what? Each his own. I can only tell you what I know. And I'm not saying, look again, I love women. I want to be examples for women that want to be wives and to be married, or married wives, or however you say it. And also I want to be a high moral standard. You ain't going to look, whatever story you're going to tell, it's going to come from me first. You know, you ain't gonna get no pictures of me on a stripper pole and be like, I'm showing up with the stripper pole pictures. No, you're not. What I'm presenting is who I am. I'm not gonna be about no foolishness. So there it is. I'm not perfect in any way. I don't, it's just good living for me. Good, clean living. That's all it is. And you don't have to choose to be like me, of course, but it's just who I am. But I got a super chat I want to do up here. I think, is it Big Ant? I got a couple. Okay, let's just do these super chats, y'all. And I'm gonna get to the comment section. Scam, I hope you okay back there. Big Ant, how you doing today, Big Ant? Thank you so much for your $10 super chat. He said, "Hey SB, give me the keys to the Hellcat. I'll go beat you gonna go beat her up for you." Listen, and yeah, you shouldn't have said that. And listen, let me tell you something. Just between me and you, ain't can't nobody else hear us. Not everybody knows about that Hellcat. See, I'm finna Big Ant. Thank you so much for your $10 super chat. It done threw us off, right? Hidden Gems, thank you so much for your $2 super chat. Just because I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. So listen to this. I am going to put out my third question because Ant done messed me up here. Ant done messed me up. Here's the third question. This is a $100 cash app. What type of car do I drive? That is the third and final question for a $100 cash app. Tell me, what type of car do I drive? And you my mess. And while we do that, Mills, you know I love that Hellcat. Ine got it right. Ine. I love my Hellcat. I love it. But I am currently driving a Maserati Levante that I got on my birthday. So Ine was the first person to get it right. Ine, you got it. If you would, dear, if you don't mind, you could put your Cash App in the comment section. If you don't want to do that, you can email it to me at sbshow2020@gmail.com. You something else, girl. She be sliding in, paying attention, and going about her business. You thumbs up, girl. But yes, I love the Hellcat. So just to put it out there, let all y'all know, I sold my Hellcat. I did. I couldn't resist because they gave me $20,000 over the price that I purchased my Hellcat for. And also I think I had it a year and a few months, I actually got to ride for free, if y'all know what I mean by that. So the year that we paid for it, I got that back, and approximately that was within the 20. So I got an additional $11,000 back for that Hellcat. So I had to let it go. Y'all understand, right? I had to let it go. I had to sell it back. It actually went to what they call those people? What do they call those people that like cars? My year car, I'm going to go back a little bit and tell you. My Hellcat was a 2020 wide body Hellcat 707. When I gave it back, I had 9,000 miles on it. It was like new. It was the people that buy cars, y'all know, buy cars and just let them sit. That's who bought the car. And he bought the car because y'all know that they're not going to make any more of that car anymore. So I had it. It was black. It was untouched, garage. Nobody ever sit in the back seat ever. No, I don't even think anybody even opened up the trunk for a couple times. But anyway, we sold it. And I gotta tell y'all some other news too. Oh God, this is a big one. Those of you all who've been around for a while, Big Ant must have been back there on my other channel because he knew about the Hellcat. But Mr. Boss also sold his Corvette. He did. His C8. He got rid of it after he did all these things to it. He decided to sell it. He did not do as well as I gotta tell y'all he didn't, because y'all know what I'm saying. But y'all gotta stay tuned. Y'all know about, if y'all don't know about now, me and Mr. Boss love cars. So we always got like cars. But he's got something else very, very special coming soon. And y'all ain't gonna know about this. This is gonna be Ricky. Yes, Ricky. He sold his C8. He sold his C8. He loved it, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. One day we was driving down the highway, and we looked to the left, and it was one that looked so much like ours. It was like, oh no. It was like, then I told him, I said, listen, your car is all over YouTube, it's all over Instagram, it's everywhere. You got to know that somebody is going to be taking ideas from here to here to here and putting it here. And since that day, he never felt the same about that car. He was like, oh no. So he sold it. So we got the Maserati, which I love, and he has not yet. Oh, okay. Anyway, he's got something in the making that is not quite ready to be. It ain't out quite yet. It's out, but it ain't out yet. So he's waiting. But when y'all see it, it's gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna have to show it to y'all one day. I haven't even showed y'all the Levante. The Levante is amazing, y'all. I don't think y'all even understand how it rolls. I mean, y'all saw the red interior, right? Y'all saw that. The haters, the red interior, seeing red. But that car is amazing, y'all. I didn't even know, but it is. I love that car. And we're gonna love the I can't tell y'all no more because it's a secret. It's a secret. But anyway, Ine, you got it, girl. You knew I was driving a Maserati. Maserati Levante is what I got. I got it on my birthday. Red interior, white is not, I don't know what color you call that white, but it's not white, but beautiful color. Love it. Drives like a dream. All right, Scam.
What's going on?
What's up with you, buddy?
All is well.
What does that really mean with you?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right, good.
No,
What you got to add to this 10,000 sub celebration or whatever you want to add? You don't have to add to that.
No, I don't got no major trolling today. I was just gonna say congrats on the 10K.
Thank you.
And keep doing what you're doing. Maybe somebody will actually listen and actually make some changes. But the rest of them, I mean, is what it is.
Scam, you know what? You've been with me the whole time. And my message has not changed. Not at all. The only thing I can say that changed about it is I have been able to acknowledge how hard it's going to be. Because coming in, I told you, no, Scam, there's some good ones out here. And I still think that. But in these spaces, you got to break it down. You got to, but you know what? A lot I'm hearing is that this is just entertainment. It's just entertainment. And it might be for some, but when I get up here and I'm talking to women and men or what have you, I'm not playing. I'm using real scenarios. I'm talking real situations. I'm talking about being an example, things that may happen. I'm giving real guidance on what could happen. So it's not entertainment for me. I don't argue with people. You and I have conversations, and we don't. It's not a debate. If you got something to offer to me, I want to hear it. I even ask you questions. So I think that's the major difference with me. I take it. It's not entertainment for me. It's more of a serious situation because I feel like we are in a serious situation, but YouTube may not be the place to go to find serious situations.
Yeah, YouTube is an entertainment platform.
Okay, well, that would be what's going on.
Right. I happen to be a troll by nature, but I can also have real conversations. But it is sometimes hard to have real conversations about fake topics or fake info or fake data or just stuff. And a lot of stuff I just can't relate. So nothing to do with troll.
What you mean by fake? What you mean by that?
Or fake or rigged or just useless.
So wait a minute though. If it's all entertainment, why bother to rig and be fake? Why can't it just be what it is and it be enough?
I won't say it's all entertainment because at the end of the day, there's people. I'm going to say YouTube is based on entertainment. People. All right, here's a better way to explain it. There are a lot of people who don't want to be, they don't want to do, they don't want to have. They just want to feel. That's it.
Okay.
If all they want to do is feel, that's one reason they're being controlled by social media, Facebook, government, voting, commercials, news, everything. They just want to feel something. So they know, and if they're a zombie, you want them to vote, put out an ad. Oh man, police beat up 8 people. And they're going to get all wrapped up in their emotions and they're going to go do something. Or now, you got control. Or all modern women do this. And then in the back of their mind, subconscious mind, modern woman this. Nothing information about a wife or a person. So that's all they think about. And they just start dangling here, dangling there, dangling there.
You know
They're
what?
gonna
That's kind of
by
let me.
listening to
I'm sorry. Let me say this to you. We're saying that it's a fake space, right?
well, just
But
go ahead. Go ahead.
understand this: there are so many people that show up in these spaces that
Mhm.
are looking for real information. Yes, they are. They
I
are.
think
They're looking for real people to talk to. They're looking for real people to relate to, real people and real information.
I think it's
Um
go ahead.
no, no, no. You could talk. I mean, go ahead.
I think there are people who look okay. If you want to look for something about there is a bad part. There are people who are looking for solutions and they click on something. A lot of times they find fake information. Like people who come to the manosphere looking for man answers, and then they get all these YouTube talking points. Half of them don't even make no sense.
Hmm.
Then they absorb them. There is a population of that, but there's also a population of people who want to feel. They want to hear something. They hate women. They're mad at this, mad at that. So they're looking for something to validate how they already feel, absorb it, and then they go get connected to 20 other angry people, and they form the anger team and just beat up on each other and just rotate around in negativity. Or there's some people looking for a challenge or looking for, whatever. So I'm in dust panels as well as decent panels. Sometimes I just log off. It's like, no way, I'm going to the gym. Let me go to the club. So it's different for me, but also I'm a little different because I'm outside. I know what reality is. And my first reality is where I grew up. I understand that, which is why I don't cry about the white man. I understand what Black people are capable of, those who make those decisions. The neighborhood I grew up in the 70s, we moved there in 86. I was 6, 5, something like that, 5. Prior, Blacks ain't supposed to be here. A couple of families moved in, said, oh, yes, we are. They toilet paper rolled the houses and all that, and they said, we're not leaving. Years later, it was mixed. In 86, we moved in. 3 or 4 years later, Black. Productive neighborhood, brick houses still standing. That is capable, but it comes with the plan. It comes with people making a decision, hey, we're going to win. Families making a decision to win. And then it becomes an environment full of families who made decisions to win. Now, there's some victims that grew up there, yeah. There's some dusties, yes. But overall, what it represented is this is what we can have. I know that reality. You can't get it out of me and tell me, well, the times. Okay, I understand most people, that's not what it is. But okay, right now where I live is a mixed neighborhood. So you can't tell me, well, the Puerto Ricans this, well, the Jews, well, these people. No. Black next door,
But don't you
Hispanic
think?
there, Indian
But
there.
Scam, don't you think that that's their reality? Don't you really? You don't think that? You really don't think that there's people out here that really think that? Now, I'm talking about their reality. I'm not talking about truth, and I'm not saying it's yours. But don't you think that there are a group of people out here that really think that the Caucasian man is their problem?
I have been temporarily in my mind mentally violated to where I thought that something wasn't what was and I was just negative. All the people are like that, not Caucasians and whatever, but I've had temporary times in my 20s where I ran into Victim Olympics. Oh, it's all going to fit. And because I thought that, I moved like that, and that's what kept happening.
Well,
Person
see,
without direction, without the confidence, without saying, look, I don't care what the white man got. I'm about to get mine. Person with that mindset is going to actually go get something. So they have to get out of that that they got to get that out of their mindset. I personally see all races complaining about the same thing. Co-worker, victims that are white, they can't do nothing. I go to Target, AutoZone, wherever, they can't do just garbage. I asked you for a donut at Dunkin' Donuts and you can't get me a donut. And these are white, black, Asian, all races. And they're complaining. You're talking about minimum wage going up. What are we paying you for? Meaning, I see reality.
I agree with you totally, but I'm just saying to you that even you have managed to become. First of all, you grew up a certain way. And
Mhm.
that was your reality. I have my own reality too, which kind of lines up somewhat to yours. So I don't allow the world to dictate what I'm doing. And that's exactly
Mhm.
what you just said. But there are a lot of people, and I can't figure out why, have allowed the world to dictate exactly what you do. And they actually will tell you, oh, you're old. That doesn't make any sense. You should be doing this. And I said, why? Because this is what everybody else is doing. Really? So are you winning? No, I don't think you're winning. I'm good.
Yeah, and
That
everybody else
people,
is usually
yeah.
losing.
Haven't you heard people tell you that before? What you think, your thoughts of how you live, or like you said, the white man is not your problem. The fact that you don't think that he is, you have a problem. The fact that you know you
I'll
go out
take
to
that
work and
problem.
make, you get what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'll take that problem. Give me that one over the other one. I'm good. I'll take that one. But I was in the Army at 18. Just all races. The color is green. You can't do no push-ups. You got a problem. You can't shoot your weapon. You can't. It don't matter what color you are, because there's a mission. And the victims were all colors. The oppressors were all colors, and it just was what it was. I've seen in basic training, um, people come in there. This dude's from some country town. This dude's from the hood. They hate each other. They want to fight. 3 weeks later, hey man, is that Spider-Man magazine you got? Yeah. Really? Dude got for Spider-Man #2. This dude got Spider-Man 5. Next thing you know, they best friends. They sat down
so
and had a conversation and realized, maybe people ain't so different, or maybe people can just be different and find some kind of common ground and actually be all right. Trade
listen.
racism is everywhere.
Oh
But
yeah, Trey
I
says
decided
BS. There's a ton of racism in the military.
I didn't experience racism in the military. And I
But
was in a very
listen, let's think
diverse
about
school.
this though. Let's think about this though. He said, "BS, there's a ton of racism in the military." So
I
let's
didn't
just
say it
think
wasn't.
about it.
Right. Just like
Racism wouldn't be anything if it wouldn't for the people, right? Right?
right. You're pretty much there are a whole bunch of agendas. There's a whole bunch of the bigger problem is good versus evil. And it's agendas, they're selfish. And if you can
So
hit a racist button to get something, you're gonna hit the button. Let's be real.
so you said it.
People who wanna get ahead and do something, they're gonna put but yes, there are people who are racist, but there are individuals and some form groups are racist, but it's not to where you can't walk out the front door and get a sandwich. I didn't experience a bunch of racism, but I had more hate and trauma than probably some of the people who worked with the racist people.
Let me share
But
one for you. Let me share a story with you. The
okay,
point I'm trying to get at about the racism, though, Trey, is this. You're talking about just evil people, good and evil. There's so much racism in Black people that, if we want to call it that, it's ridiculous.
yeah,
Listen, this is a true statement. I'm dark. I never felt colorism until I got to YouTube. And it's all been brought about by Black women. So we are racist. If we want to call it race, I really don't get into the racial part of it. I just think it's evil people. Evil doers is what it really is. You got good and you got evil, and it comes from all types of races. I hear people always using the Asians as an example of perfection sometimes. Have y'all ever been in a nail salon where an Asian couple ran it, husband and wife, and the way they talk to each other, like they get ready to kill each other right there behind the table? Have y'all never experienced that? Or how this go on, is it TikTok? Go on YouTube and put in some of those Asian nail shops in there and see how mean they are and hateful. And I'm not saying that's the example of them, but what I'm telling you, they just people. They're just people. They're evil people in all different types of race or nationalities, I should say. It's just good and evil. And I think we all have the potential to be. You just decide which side you want to be on, Trey. But could it be systematic? Could there be too many people that are evil in one place creating hardship for another? I agree, but it is what it is. So what do you do?
When that's what you do.
Bomb chair. Okay, so I want to know the difference between colorism and racism. Do you know the difference, Scam?
I'll keep my opinion to myself.
I'm asking, what's wrong?
Colorism, of all the dust that I hear on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
colorism, light skin, dark skin, is the absolute stupidest that I've ever heard. I don't hear this in real life. I can't be within 5 meters of blacks complaining about black issues and bringing colorism into it. That's saying, hey, the white man didn't do a good enough job, so let me get my cut.
Wait a minute, she's saying it's not that though. She's saying it's something else.
Like slaves.
But I think she's saying that there's another part to it. Because that's what I thought it was too. I thought racism was typically Caucasians and blacks, but then colorism's added. Colorism happens inside a race. Other races experience colorism also. Okay, I'm gonna have to just say okay, because maybe I didn't explain myself. But I say colorism is a form of racism because we do this in order to keep someone down. Am I right about that? Isn't that
I grew up in a black neighborhood. I went to an HBCU, and I've never had somebody come out with a meter and measure how black I was.
Me either. But
those type people who do this stuff, I don't want to talk to them.
Okay.
I don't. That's just me personally.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, I'm just trying to get some information. My point I'm trying to make is I didn't even know I was black till I got to YouTube. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know my mama was black when I got to YouTube.
I didn't even know I was black. I thought I was just,
Actually, I didn't know I was white till I came to YouTube, to be honest.
Is that how you identifying today? I'm gonna have to respect that.
Because I don't do what they want me to do.
I get you. I felt you.
In the white category.
I understood. I understood you, brother. I did. All right, Scam. Listen, thank you so much, and thank you for your support. I hope you always be here with us, or with me and Mr. Boss, SB Nation. You didn't win today, or did you win today? Yeah, you did. You were. Yeah,
of course.
Jeez. Anyway, you got it.
I'd like to send that gift. I actually rolled a dice. I was gonna give it to the first married woman who said something positive.
Okay.
I couldn't remember if it was Bethany or Luke Hazley, so I rolled a dice, and Luke Hazley won. So Luke Hazley, you win a security boss gift.
Yes, Luke Hazley, go over to the store and pick out something. You get one item, and definitely send your picture of that one item to sbshow2020@gmail.com. Make sure you include the size and everything, or whatever it is. Make sure you include the size so we'll know what to send you. Thank you. You are so Scam. Don't let them talk about you like that.
No, I'm built for it. But salute to all the positive married women. Salute to all the positive women. Salute to all the positive men. Thank y'all for all that you do.
That's all right. Thank you. Dr. Steele is next.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. And first, I want to congratulate you on reaching 10,000 subscribers.
Thank you.
That is such a milestone.
Dearly beloved,
you have been here the whole time. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. You stick right in there. You listen. You really get me. You one of the ones that really get SB. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. I try to, actually just listen to what everybody say, to get some information. The reason why I watch content creators is to learn from them. I was watching a couple more content creators, and I've learned something that was very disgusting from them. Have you heard of how Black women accuse the passport bros of being sex tourists and even sex traffickers?
Mm.
Have you heard that?
I've heard that. I think that's what Austin Remember when Austin was on the show, he was talking about some feminist woman. Um, he had to leave Brazil because of some allegations of that nature. I don't know if it was sex trafficking or tourism, but yes, he was accused of something of that nature. And he said he left before someone could actually, bring anything against him, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned, the women accusing Austin Hillerman, the
Hmm.
main person of doing it, where I remember Austin being on the show,
Hmm.
warning potential and aspiring passport bros of what not to do, what to watch out for, what to avoid. He said
Hmm.
all of that. It really struck me. But let me tell you what's worst. And again, this is what the two content creators I watched talked about. All the things that they accuse Austin and other passport bros are doing it, some of them are doing it. Oh,
What
yeah.
do you mean? Some of the women are doing it?
Yeah, some of the women are doing it. Some of the black women are doing this stuff.
Okay, listen, I'm slow. So are you saying that there are some content creators who are women, black women, that are going overseas and are performing sexual tourism?
They're not content creators per se, but
Oh,
black
okay.
women.
Black women. Okay, okay, okay. Whew. I
Yeah,
was getting ready to say they talked about it. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Obsidian and Dennis Burring was talking about how some of the black women are doing the things that the passport bros that they accuse
Accuse
the
them of.
passport bros of doing.
Yeah,
You know,
let me tell you something. Let me tell you this real quick. That is true because a young man, Sir Chai, you probably seen Sir Chai in the comment section, different places, right? Sir Chai has a video that he sent us about a young woman in another country, and she got upset because the young man, and it's actually with younger men, did not perform the way she wanted him to, and she got angry and fought. She got angry at the young man. It was something else. It was bad. She actually, let me just be a little bit more graphic. I think she got angry because he would not perform oral sex with her. So it is true. I mean, I don't know why grown people need to put that type of business out there. So I'm not sure what's this whole theme is about. But they always use Stella, how Stella got a groove back. They were saying that she did the same thing, in the movie. She went over to overseas and met this young boy, and did what she did, and then, come back. So, it's interesting. But I think your point is why say this about the men and you're doing it yourself, right?
hmm yeah. And the thing about Stella, and I said this, the difference between Stella and those women. I know this is fictitious, but Stella found love. She found love. These women, something else. Um, that video that they sent you, do you know what
Mm-hmm.
part of the world that was? Because I know Obsidian um, uh, showed a video that was done in Jamaica.
Is that he showed the
Yeah,
one where they giving the massages?
yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
seen
that's
that
it.
one too. I saw that one
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that
And-
was that was a bit intrusive, but they were enjoying it, wouldn't they? Yeah, I saw
yeah,
that.
talking
Mm-hmm.
about paper bags and stuff. Yeah,
Mm.
she was like, no, I need a paper bag or something. I'm like, not paper bag, excuse me, plastic bag. I'm
Why
like,
she need a plastic bag? Uh
I,
oh.
I could not see that video very clearly because I was driving at the time.
Well,
And
they
but
the one where the ladies were laying out on looks like they were on water, but they were like on a
on the
dock.
bamboo,
Yeah, and the men were
yeah,
giving them massages, and they were over halfway naked, not
yeah,
completely, but over halfway, and they were, being, touchy, touchy, touchy.
yeah. And what somebody pointed out is, I mean, this was on floating bamboo, and I
Oh,
think
I
the
didn't know
water
that
might have
part.
been dirty.
I didn't know that part. I thought it was just the look of it, but it actually floats. Okay, I didn't know. I seen that video. But let me ask you a question. What would you think the real why would they call it sexual tourism if you go out of the country and well, I guess if you're going out of the country to do that, that would be a not smart thing to do. But it almost seems to me that there are women in place for this type of activity. Am I wrong for that?
Uh, Say that again. I'm
Don't you
trying to.
think that it seems like there are women in place? Okay, like and I maybe watch too many movies, but anytime you see businessmen do business travel to other countries, even to other states, there's always in these nice hotels women that are willing to sleep with them. This, for whatever reason, there's a woman willing to sleep with them. So if I think what they're doing is just switching it off. The men, like you go to another country, you got these younger men wanting to make money. You got these women here on these girl trips. They too they're there for your pleasure, and these women will pay them. Now, do you think they're actually sleeping with them, having sex, or do you think it's just massages and stuff of that nature?
Oh, now that's a good question. That's a very good question. I'm not for sure. Some of them, yeah, might be just doing that, but then some of them might be, just massages and everything like that. But yeah, yeah. If you're
My
talking
mom
about,
Jerry say women ain't paying for sex. I don't know.
I
I
don't know.
wouldn't think that they would, but hey, they was getting some massages on that bamboo. Them young men were working. They really were.
Yeah,
They really were. So I don't
yeah,
know. But
yeah.
anyway, so you know what? What can you know what we got to do? Because Jones's for More says, did you all see the passport bro begging for money because where did he go? Because he was stuck overseas. I did see that too. And guess what? We're gonna have to just pay attention to this situation because I don't want to group just men that are overseas and make them passport bros or even say they have good or bad intentions because there also has been some stories where men, American men that are overseas are going to prison for doing bad things, deletions, beatings, and all of that. But we can't make that be the passport bro or even the reason for it happening. There are bad people everywhere, evil people that do evil things. So I'm not going to associate that with the passport bros. I'm just going to let this situation play itself out. Men been going overseas getting women for the longest, especially military men. And I don't see anything that unusual about it, but the fact that now Austin, 23 years old, has a camera and he got a buddy with him. I can't remember what he says, but his name is, but it's another young man. He has a camera too. And they putting it all on the internet and we see everything that they do and they're speaking about it. And, I think that that's the difference that now it has a camera and a face too. We have more access into their world, but men been doing that forever. I don't know why it's so different and weird or why are people saying it's weird and I don't too much get that. And I do not think that these men can't get women. I really do think these men can get women, if that's all they wanted. So
Right, right. And for what I've observed, I mean, yeah, I mean, my dad was in the military. We used to go to the PX, and yeah, I have seen Army veterans with women from another part of the world. I've seen some of that. So you're right, it's not a weird thing at all. I think the most common thing that I've seen was actually them just looking for wives. That's really,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but Austin ain't but 23 years old. He ain't looking for no wife. But Bomb Cherry said that Austin was advertising women and telling men to come to get cheap sex. Now I saw a video with Austin, and he was definitely telling them that things were inexpensive and far as dinner and things like that. But I didn't hear him advertising sex. But that could have been a different video. But I wouldn't think that he would be that. But maybe so. But I didn't see that. I do know that he did say the meals and all living and everything is less expensive, and you can entertain more women, and the women are kinder, more cooperative, and all of that. I did say that, but he didn't. The ones that the videos I've seen, he didn't talk directly about sex. But people do what they do. So I have to we're gonna just let it play out and see what happens. I wish him all the best. You don't want any young man, any American man, anybody to go to another country, which I think is absolutely outstanding. That at 23, he made up his mind to say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to explore the world and see what it has to offer. I just think that's super cool. And I hope he just does what he's supposed to do and grow up. And if he decides, he says he's never coming back to the States anyway. But I also heard a woman say that too. It was another young girl that I saw. She said she'll never come back to the States. So guess what? There are some women that have decided to go overseas also.
Mhm.
It's not as many, or they don't have a group or whatever organization, so we don't hear about it. But women are doing it too. They're doing their thing.
Mhm.
Listen, it's for them to do. They have to make that decision to do that. I can't find nothing wrong with it at this point, you know. Oh, but I do want to make one point because it seems like we're forgetting something. Often we hear that the women in other countries are more submissive. They have their fathers there. They're more their wife, like they be groomed to be wives, right? So whenever we speak of passport bros or anyone else going out of the country, why is it that we always seem to think that these women are not covered by their fathers?
I don't know. I really don't know why that is. To be honest with you, but I will say this. They talk about women being submissive and things of that nature, how they're being groomed. Uh, yeah, I've seen instances of that, but I always believe that there are black women here in this country that have that capability. I always believe that.
I believe it too, but they still have their choice, you know? They
Hmm.
still have a choice to do. And they may come to that knowledge too, Dr. Steele. They may be back. They may, you at 23, you're not going to be the same person at 35. You might be tired.
Right.
Who knows? You might you might want that familiarity again of home. He lived in America for 21 years. It's in him. Of course he can adapt to other things, but he still might want to come back home. So we just don't know. So I'm just going to pay attention and see, make sure he's good. If I can, just
Of
say
course.
hello, just keep up with him in that way and just watch his videos. He's been coming with some good videos. So, tune in to see what happens. But thank you so much, Dr. Steele. Did you want to add anything else before you go?
No, that's it. And again, I
Thank
just
you.
want to say congratulations on your milestones.
Thank you.
Right.
Mandrell. Mandrell.
Hey, security boss, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I like the look.
Thank you. You like the
I hadn't,
glasses?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
I hadn't seen you in a while. How have you been?
I've been well. Been very
Good.
well. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. How about yourself?
Outstanding, Mandrell. Cannot complain. Growing, learning,
I
all of
see
that.
10,000 subscribers. There's nothing to
I
sneeze
know.
at.
I worked hard. Mr. Boss and I have been putting in the work. It ain't over though. We pushing the gas harder this time.
I heard that. I want to
Yes.
say congratulations and keep up your message. Marriage is an option,
Yes.
even though it's not for everybody.
Correct.
It is an option, and it's a safe one if the two people know what they're doing. I mean, ugh.
Well, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here
Right,
for. Because
right.
you don't know. Some people are not. Some people have never been around a man. Do you realize that there's women that have been born up, raised, and it's all women, generations
Hmm.
of just women. They will not even know what a man's voice looks like, sounds like. Excuse me.
Right.
They won't. So we have to learn our roles, and I know we have them. So that's what one of the most important thing: learning your role.
Right. That's one thing I like about your channel. I mean, you you actually get into like what you do what a woman's supposed to do in a marriage, whether someone agrees with it or not. You know
Right.
what I mean? That's almost irrelevant. The fact is, you are telling them what to do, and if they don't want to do these things, okay, cool. Find a system that works for you and your husband. But the thing is, you have to work together. I've said this before on my show. Okay, I can't be on offense and you be on defense. In order for us to win, we both got to be on the same side here. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to be playing off. We both have to be playing offense if we want to win the game. So we have to meet somewhere in the middle with something.
Mandra, you know how this go. You have to show up with the plan. You have to show up with the plan. If your plan,
exactly.
If your plan says this, and then of course, I'm a woman, and when you're dealing with women, they are people. They have personalities. They have minds. Some of them are very smart, educated, or whatever.
So you might have to make some adjustments to your plan.
Well, let me tell you what I do.
You
This
know.
is what I would always suggest. I would always tell, we have to come in with we have to be on the same page, like you just said. We got to be both of us got to be on the offense if that's the case. But it's a couple things I want everybody to understand, because sometimes when I hear people talk about relationships, it almost sounds like they're involved with their enemy. Like they don't even like their spouse. You know what I mean? It's almost like, or even further, like when I hear men talk about women sometime and vice versa, it's like they don't even like each other. You first need to like the person that you're trying to live with forever. You got to like that person and understand that this person has showed up different for you for whatever reason. And you got to figure out what that reason is. You know what I mean? It just can't be, it's got to be something. And from there, I would always check our beliefs. We got to believe in the same thing. Now, some people don't. Some people say they can believe this way and they believe that way. If that is the case, then the way the man believes would be the plan for the marriage. And if the woman has a different belief system, as in a godly belief, then she would then at that time stand in the gap for the man to get him to that point. But that has to be hard, because men typically want traditional. They typically want submission. They typically want the home to flow in a godly fashion. But so if they're not giving reverence to what they want, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I mean,
it's going to be a difficult thing. But it's all, it's not saying that just because you don't get it today, you won't ever get it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you work. You don't come into. I didn't. Me and Mr. Boss didn't come into the marriage perfect or with everything, but we knew that we had a belief system. That was the most important thing for us.
I've said that too. You got to work together. You have to work together. You're not going to come out of the box perfect for each other, but you work with each other to make yourselves perfect for each other.
You got to be willing. That's what I think. You got to be willing. But I think the most important thing, though, before you even talk about it, is you have to know your role, though. Know your role as a man, know your role as a husband, know your role as a wife. I just think you have to know that. This goes back to KS' question. KS says, how should a man and women learn their roles? KS, I'm real narrow-minded when it comes to that. I believe in godly principles. When I say that, the Bible itself has a blueprint on how a man and woman function in marriage. There's verbiage, or there's scriptures in Corinthians, and there's also scriptures in Ephesians where you can find what the man's role is and what the wife's role is. Now, in that, it's going to just verbally tell you what it is. It requires, in my opinion, a relationship with your creator to actually have that fulfilled. In order for you to do it, it has to be a relationship that you have with your creator that says, this is what I'm going to do and want to do it. But it's a blueprint for exactly what you should be doing. And the role of a husband is you got God, Jesus, husband, wife, and children. That's the actual order. How do you fulfill that? Again, I say you need to build a relationship with your creator, and he can actually tell you and share with you how to fulfill that. These are my beliefs. So listen, Mandrill, I got one other down here now. Go ahead and tell me your last thoughts so I can move along, but we'll talk.
Not a problem. Final thoughts, just congratulations on your growth. I hope to see you get to 1 million.
Really?
I hope to see
I
you get to 1 million.
That.
Yeah.
I received that.
Keep going with your message. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Because you are a needed voice in this space.
Thank you.
Needed. Okay. I still enjoy your content. I still rock with you and Mr. Boss. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
All right.
Congratulations. All right.
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Bye. Thanks. Fatty. I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I saw Mandrell and I was like, man, this panel needs someone handsome, man. And Mandrell wasn't cut it, so I wanted to be here to make sure.
Yeah, I got a little beef with you. I saw you the other
Shout
night
out
in
to
that
Mandrell.
comment section. I'm talking to you right now.
You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it, right?
Fatty.
Hmm.
Let me share something with you that you may not know. You haven't been
Yes.
coming over here very long, and you may have never met Mr. Boss, if you know
Hmm.
what I mean by that.
Hmm.
But I don't do cameras. I don't do production. I don't do super chats and stuff like
Hmm.
that. Now, if I want those things done, I have somebody that's always with me that does that. Mr.
Yes.
Boss turns on the camera and he turns off the camera. He does all my angles.
Yes.
And I would never disrespect you or any other young man by
Yes.
turning off a camera because I don't control that.
Yes, but you get what he got upset, right? Security boss. You know what I do? You know,
So
like
wait a minute, slow down, Fetty. I can't hear you. Say it again.
the same way Mr. Boss is a producer, produces shows and all around. I do that a lot, right?
Okay.
That's kind of my job. So what I was explaining to people that are watching from the outside and said Ali was disrespectful to security boss, what I was saying is that when we're on a podcast, there's something called podcast etiquette. And usually when somebody cuts you off or addresses you, it's impolite for them to cut off the camera when the person is responding. Now you're giving explanation. And I told him, it's not about what you did nothing wrong. It's about the perception for the person that is talking to you and doesn't know that Mr. Boss is the one clicking the button. So what I said in the comments was, let's not pretend that like he got upset out of nothing, but security boss redeemed herself. And when Thrill wanted to move on, she said, no, let's go back to Ali so Ali can finish his point. So actually it was pretty good.
But that's not what happened though.
So I can
go ahead, you can do whatever you like. But
I can share the comment.
But security boss was never upset with Ali.
No, Ali was upset with you.
Oh, he was. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I didn't realize Ali was upset with me.
No, he called you out. He said, "Security boss, are you going to do that when you cut off the camera?" Like you.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. I didn't even know it was happening until I came back. That's my point.
Yes,
but no.
I think it's a misunderstanding.
Listen. In order for me to have known that okay, wait a minute. In order for me to be disrespectful and turn off the camera, wouldn't whatever had to happen before the camera went off?
So this is my reading, and you got like $500 super chat. So if you want to stop it and read it, you can do it. It's fine.
Yes, thank you so much, UNC. Let's see what this is. Thanks, Fatty.
You want me to do the sound of go ahead.
No, I have my own sound effects. Didn't I tell you about the production team I have? Listen, greatly appreciate your work in the community and much respect to your platform. Just wanted to let you know your work is more than appreciated and recognized amongst men working to become the best version of themselves. Women with the core values you represent to look up to for answers. Keep them woke. Thank you so much for that. You have blessed me today.
And that's it. I will leave my PayPal on the chat. Just hit me up, bro.
What? Listen, thank you so much for your $500 super chat. This is outstanding. And listen, I am going to continue to be a blessing and an example to young women that want to become wives. And I'm going to continue to do what I do. I am. And not only for me to be the best version of myself, but anybody else young ladies that are here that want to do that. And I appreciate you so much, UNC.
Shout out to UNC. So let me recap what happened, right? Because for you to answer, I think Ricky saying is a misunderstanding, and I agree too. So Ali was struggling to make a point because the other woman were interrupting, right? And then when he started talking, you wanted to clear something up, and you cut him off to tell the point and to address what happened, right? And Ali say, okay, she cut me off, but she's security boss. She's not detailer. She's not doing it maliciously. So, okay, go ahead. When you finish talking and he started to address you, you cut the camera off. So in the mind of everybody that was watching was like, why is security boss interrupting to cut him off to express a point? And that's fine. And as soon as he replies to her, she cuts the camera like when you did say cut the camera, usually on these panels, it happens a lot when the person doesn't like what she or he is hearing. They do the poop and they cut the camera off. So that was a misunderstanding, and people were saying, "Oh my God, how could Ali go to security boss?" Because he was frustrated because he wasn't putting his point across. And when he wanted to talk with security boss, he looked at it as a sign of disrespect because she cut the camera off. But you said that Mr. Boss is the one doing it, so after you went back on the show, not back up on the show, but when Trill said, let's move on, and you said, when Trill said, let's move on, and
It
you
was a
said,
joke, Fatty. It was
no,
a joke.
it's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's
It
fine.
was a joke. Just
No,
relax.
it's fine. I'm not.
You
I'm
like,
cool.
he was like this.
No, I was, but
You're like,
when,
what happened? The
no, it's
reason
fine.
why he did that is because whatever happened the other night was none of what you all are thinking in your mind.
Yes.
The camera went off, but it didn't go off like as in somebody plugged you off. He did
Oh,
whatever,
absolutely.
you know, that's all I was trying to say. And I have no problems with Ali. And I didn't even think him and I was even, you know, in a situation.
No, it's just one of those situations of podcast courtesy, right? If I hear you out and I'm on camera and I'm replying to you after you said something, stay on camera till I finish, and then you can cut off your camera doing this one. It's not pulling down, it's this, right?
Okay.
So when
Okay,
we're talking, imagine
okay.
that I'm here, I come on a soliloquy, and as soon as you say something that I kind of don't like, I do the.
But you know what? That happens between me and black men all the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
it's not. I don't think he's okay. But anyway, I got you. But my point I'm trying to make is I don't think you understood that I was not a person. I don't control anything far as camera production and stuff like that. So I could never turn off a camera. Is the point I was trying to make. And I don't do that. And I never felt any disrespect from him up until that point. And then at that point, I realized that something happened and they kind of all jumped on him. And I did want him to make his point. But I'm talking to you right now.
Yes, but what did I do?
This is what you did. And you didn't do anything. But this is what you do. I want you to know this. We want to have, I'm not going to say we because I don't know what it is. I want to have conversations with you all to understand you. I'm not interested in debating with you guys at all. When you're talking and you're saying this woman or any of those, I just like last week when you came and you said, I happen to think the women are in control. I listened to you. You and I had a conversation and it was good. I'm not going to debate. So I think that that's a big problem. You know, I don't think that y'all sometime, and I'm saying y'all now, and when I say y'all, I'm talking about
you. Address it's fine. It's fine. You can address it to me.
I don't think y'all understand that. I think you think that if it's a woman, it's a debate, and it's not the case. But I know you're not going to automatically know who you're speaking to all the time. But let's put this disclaimer out there. If it's me, it's not a debate. It's a conversation. But I'm finding that we need some etiquette on how to have a conversation because you don't like I'm talking to you and I'm talking. I got to get out of here. You got to either say, look, let me do this. I can't talk for 3 minutes and then we have a conversation. That's right. So that is what Ali does. Ali wants to have a 3-minute conversation and think that we are having a conversation. That's not how it works. That's why I cut him off. But it's not that I'm cutting him off because I don't want to hear what he's saying. I'm just saying, hold on. Let me just address that. And then we can come back with this. Let me address that. And we can come back with this. And we can have a conversation. So that's what I have with Ali. But he did say something when after that camera situation, he said, I'm showing my true colors. Now, I don't understand that.
But let me explain, because he was frustrated. Like he thought, because they were ganging up on him, and you are supposed to be not the hyena like them, right? So if they're ganging up on him and he's fighting for the microphone, and instead of you coming either on his defense or support his idea, and you say, no, hold on, Ali, let me talk. You take the microphone out of your hand. You say what you want to say to him, and he sees you cut off the camera. If he's on an environment where he's been fighting, and he turns around, and the person that he looks and he says, this is one of the person that I respect, he's doing the same thing, he kind of got upset about it. It was a misunderstanding.
Okay, well, listen, if can you send Ali if he's available? He may not be.
Absolutely, I can send the link.
Tell him to.
So, security boss, let me ask you this.
Sure.
Who hurts you more? People that you have respect and admiration for and disappoint you, or people that you weren't expecting nothing from them? You know, they are kind of who they are, so they do the same thing. Who disappoints you more, right?
The ones that you respect, but it also is another part to that. You also, if you respect the person for being a certain way. And if I'm that way, why would you try to make me something else? You know what I'm
Because
saying? If I'm saying slow down, like I could say right now, slow down, fatty. This is just slow down, fatty. Slow down. I may be interrupting you, but I'm not interrupting you to attack you. I'm just saying
absolutely,
you're moving too fast. So
yes.
I can go back in, and I don't have it here to do, but we could go back and look at that video, and the perception that you all or that he had would be
Mhm.
totally off. It would be totally off.
So, security boss, if you told me this on this kind of environment and you said,
Hmm.
hold on, I would not be upset because I understand I have time to reboot, I have time to listen, I have time. But if you told me that on Fight Club, on The Beef, on Crew Season,
Hmm.
or at any other
Hmm.
panel where people are fighting each other, when you say, hold on, I say, why are you telling me to stop when these people are talking over me and you are telling me to stop? You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
The content on the channel is very different. And let's be honest, we debate and fight a lot, even between each other. Like that's how we are. We are rowdy boys. We are young, and you want like to move around like that. I don't think he was I don't think he was trying to show the world that you are like them. I think he was clearly disappointed and frustration about the conversation. And when you turn the camera off, he was frustrated about that. But you then clarified, and everything is good. Like so, I kind of don't understand. I think it was a misunderstanding, and I think we all agree that you are not like them. So, do you think that he put you on the same basket as he's put, for example, B. Taylor and Queen Sheba and all that? I think not.
Well, I mean, I don't listen. Like I said, I was a little bit not even knowing what was going on for a minute. I just think that you should deal with people for what they present to you. If I'm sitting here talking to you, and because I said it again, the perception, if you go back and look at the video today, and you see how I was basically silent, letting him talk, you know, and then always silent, letting him talk or what have you. And when the camera actually went off for a half a second, then I don't see how you could put that in conjunction to somebody doing something hurtful towards you. But again, if you are a rowdy person with the type of mindset that, I'm frustrated and these women or a woman, period, is coming against me, I guess then you could be in that
Yeah,
headspace.
he was on the
Yeah.
defense. He was on the
Yeah.
defensive with them, and as soon as you jump from the other side, he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" You see, because I'm going like on this space. Something that we a lot of times we forget is that a lot of people are not on this space discussing in good faith. That's the reality. They are not. It's very rare for you to say, I didn't saw it that way. Thank you for I changed my mind. You see, or yeah, I was wrong. I apologize. So when you go on panels like Crew Season and Lapif that are always go 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 go, and people rarely say, okay, now I see your point. I concede. It's easy to get on the fighting mode. You usually don't do it because you are more chill, relax, step back, you listen what you have to listen, and then you talk for it, and you're not on the back and forth multiple times. But it's easier to understand that people that are engaging in fighting because they were fighting, is easy to understand why I think that you were jumping him or being disrespectful by showing that. So I think it's normal. I think he was nothing egregious. It was a misunderstanding. And I did nothing wrong too. I'm a very
You was
respectful.
the main one in the comment section talking about I was disrespecting him. You was the
I
main
thought
one, Fatty.
no. What I can even share it. Can you? Is the one comment that I made?
I don't know, Fatty, but I'm just saying. It just seems like y'all should I mean, you know what?
It's just
It doesn't really matter. I just don't I want people to know exactly let me say it like this.
it's just for
I,
you
I,
to understand the perspective because I think
this is
it's
what I want you to know. I'm an
hmm,
adult woman, probably old enough to be your mama.
yes,
I want to have conversation with you. I'm not
absolutely.
interested in making any man look bad.
Hmm.
Any man. So note if I'm there with you, no matter I guess the hard part about all this is how y'all gonna group me with people that fuss and cuss and talk over me all day every week. How do y'all do
We
that?
no, we don't. We don't. We actually don't
He
because you don't do
did.
that.
He did. That
Security
he
boss, can
did.
you share the comment that I put on the or Mr.
No,
Boss
I
if you
can't.
can share?
I can't.
Can,
It's
can I
okay.
read it? Can I read it
Yes,
then?
of
Because you
course. You
understand?
can read
Can
it.
I read
Of
it?
course. Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a person that names Elizef. He commented, when women give pushback or another perspective, She is a part of the sister code. In some men's eyes, you are the reason everything is wrong in their life. SB tried to explaining something to Ali and lashed out at her. But he can get a wife whenever he wants. You can get married, but having a wife is something different. This was the comment. People thought that Ali lashed out on you, right? And this is the comment that I replied. Ali was talking and SB cut him off. When Ali started replying to her, she came off camera. Nobody would like that. And SB redeemed herself a few minutes later, letting him finish that thought. Today wasn't Ali's best showing, but that reaction didn't come out of nowhere. So I explained it and I said that you redeemed yourself because you gave him the mic. So it means that you are not cutting him off. You understand that he needs to talk too. So where is the problem here?
Well, when I went back, because again, I didn't know about the cutting off of the camera part. It didn't affect me. When it came back on, I just heard a bunch of yeah, basically. And I didn't realize that I cut them off. Because when you're having conversation, you just have conversation. Now, when you're doing a formal debate, it might get a little intense. But I just didn't recall me cutting him off, and I didn't recall of us being at odds or having a difference in opinion. So for me to cut my camera off, I can't understand why I would have done it. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely. You are
okay.
You are not responsible for other people's reactions.
No. I'm talking about period. Whatever was going on, I didn't see a need for the camera to come off, even if it was a sign of disrespect. You kind of get what I'm saying?
I get you saying.
Okay. I didn't see
I'm not going to put the responsibility in you for a misunderstanding. What I'm saying is that coming where we come from, as if I talk to you and you listen to me for 3 minutes, and then as soon as you start to talk to me, I came off, to me is a sign of disrespect. So that's why we brought that to that situation, because that's our perspective. The same way you don't see nothing wrong on our side, we see something wrong with that. But it was a misunderstanding, so it's fine. I think it's fine. I think it's okay. And I think next, nobody's calling you a hyena like B. Taylor or something like that. I think it's fine. It's totally fine.
This is so funny, but I agree with you.
This is totally fine. And I am who I am on chat, security boss, and on panels. Right here, I am who I am. Like, I understand that my image is not as polished as a lot of people on this space. Okay. I try to not be rowdy on spaces where people are conversating like here. Having a conversation, just have a conversation. But this is me contained. But if I go on a place when this is not the style is usually confusion, over talking, etc., I will adjust. I will change code. I know that you don't do that because that's who you are, and you go around being yourself. But we have to change code of this space to survive, especially as men. So if you see me being rowdy or something like that, you know that's the reality. It is what it is. And treat me accordingly. If I treat you good, you can treat me good. If I treat you bad, you can pick up the sink and throw it on my head. It's fine. That's how this space goes. I won't be upset about it.
Okay, so I got a question, Fatty. Where is this going? With what is your objective?
I don't have an objective. I think it is half entertainment, half.
Okay. It's entertainment. I got you.
Yes.
So to hold women accountable for you all. Fatty, we did it. Fatty, I want to ask you a question. Hit that link again. Fatty, if you still there, hit the. We'll bring it back. Fatty, hit the link. I was in the middle of asking you a question. So, Mel, we'll bring Mel up until Fatty gets back.
How you doing? Mel. How you doing, Auntie? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I was trying to figure out what's going on right now, but I think I'm getting the gist of it and everything.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna bring Fatty up. Hold on for a minute. Let me bring Fatty up really quick because I want to ask him a question.
What happened?
Sorry, Fatty. Okay, asking you a question again. Let me answer this question.
Yes.
So, when you all, I know you push for women to be accountable, correct? Is that the main goal?
Oh no, I push for everybody to be accountable and a deep thinker, and don't do stuff on a whim. Don't do it because they're pressured. Do it because they want to do it. I am a deep thinker, and I have deep conversations with people that allow me to do it. But I don't have a major, like you have a goal, right?
Right.
Trying to get woman to be married and like I get it. I'm not on that type of time, but just because I'm not on that type of time, that I'm not willing to have deep conversations and like have a chess game with people, because I like it. It's fun. It makes me better, and maybe someday makes me change my mind. So that's what I do. I just
Okay,
don't
'cause
sell it as a righteous person. I'm not. I will never going to do it.
you say it again. You don't do what?
I just don't sell it as a righteous person. I have a mission, something like that. I like this place. I spend a lot of time on this place. Actually, I'm waiting. I want to make a little bit of money with it since I do so much. But I don't have. This is my goal to convince this and this and that. No, I just like the conversations and I like the flow of the space.
Okay, so I'm asking these questions because a moment ago, because it seems like, well, since you said it was entertainment, I can agree with that. But when you say you're not a hyena like these other women, I'm just trying to figure out what is the end game to calling a woman a hyena. Is that just the entertainment of it all,
No,
or what is that?
No, on this place we all the time we say let's separate the good woman from the bad woman.
Okay.
We do it all the time, right? So when I call Kayla or B Taylor and hyena, I'm separated the good, righteous woman from the woman that act rowdy like hyenas. It's not because I'm calling them a name as an entertainment. I could tell a lot of names, other names that you guys don't use, but I'm doing exactly what you guys usually ask. Separate good woman from bad woman, rowdy woman from masculine woman from feminine woman. Shouldn't that be one of the goals?
It should definitely be a goal. That's what brings me here to these questions, because are you sure you can identify one though?
Oh, absolutely.
How?
By
do
their
you call them a
behavior.
hyena? Do you call them a hyena first, or do you wait to see how they perform? Because listen, I want you to listen to me. Because just like what happened between not me and you, but what happened with Ali the other day.
Yes.
I'm a good woman, been married a very long time. I'm not on a sexual market. I don't have a value in the sexual market. So I'm a good woman. I'm somebody that you should respect because I'm going to respect you. But in that little moment where there was a pressure applied, he lost it. So do you not think that women, when pressure is applied, may respond to what they're getting? Because I didn't respond to him that way. Listen to me. I didn't respond to him that way and had no desire to do so. I didn't think we were even at that point. I guess what I'm trying to say is, how are you going to identify a woman to be a good woman if we're leading in offense?
Let me explain why. First of all, I have hundreds of hours of Kayla, B. Taylor, and Queen Sheba running around. It's not something
they may not be the best
It's
examples,
not something
okay?
that I give to people automatically. Is behavior, right? And for example, just because Ali went one day out of his way and he was frustrated about it and he said something, doesn't mean that's the general idea out of you, because I saw him a lot of times coming on your channel, sending comments saying, hey, but I see your work and da. So it's like being called a liar, right? Just because you lie one time doesn't mean that you are a liar. A liar is a pattern of behavior that is repeatedly over and over again. And then you say, yeah, Fetty's a liar because he's been lying and lying and lying. So I would expect you to give the same grace to Ali. Just because he was frustrated on that point and he kind of said, you are showing your true colors, doesn't mean that's the general idea that he has about you, because you are not demonstrating the same behavior time and time again to create the pattern when people are going to say security boss is that. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's kind
right,
of...
but and I'm agreeing with you, but I'm just saying to you, if in one day I get pissed off because some young man that's 25, 26 years old or whatever is being disrespectful to me, and I chime back up in him
you are not
like,
you are not an enemy. You're
exactly.
defending
So
yourself.
that's the point I'm trying to
That's
make,
the
because
nuance.
I'm a person. So I'm just trying to make sure. And you're right about Ali. I don't have those thoughts about him. I never did. But I'm just trying to make sure that we're giving the women, and that those three that you just talked about, I'm not talking about them, I'm just in general, that we're giving people the respect they need to be the people that they want to be. You know, if
Absolutely.
somebody pinches me, and it hurts, I'm a respond. If I'm feeling bullied, I'm a respond.
Absolutely. Let me give you
So
an example real quick. When I was on Austin panel like a very few months ago, they were telling, like, they were like 6 men, and they were telling, we need a woman to come up. We need a woman to come up. We are a woman not afraid of talking with the passport bros. And then they got one woman, a dark skinned woman. I don't know if she was in UK or something like that, and she was brought up, and she had a conversation, kind of a debate for 2 hours about it. And then by the end of the debate, they were saying, "Does your man approve that you are here talking with 6 men? Why are you here?" So to me, it's insane to call a woman to come on the panel, and as soon as she says she does exactly what you ask, now you are trying to denigrate her character, saying, what would a man think about you talking with 6 men on a panel like that? You see what I'm saying? So it's not man against woman. I'm a pretty fair individual. If you treat me good, I will treat you good. If I say something out of character and for some reason you react, you are in all the right, and nobody has the right to call you hyena, because you have the right to respond. You have the right to reply. You have the right to show sometimes that you are not happy with what happens in front of you. So it's not a man or a woman thing. It's just something that happens.
well, I was
But
just curious about that because I want women, and I get what you're saying. A behavior pattern is what it is, but I
yes,
understand. I just want women because there are women in these spaces that want to be wives, that want to do the work, but they do find themselves in these spaces. Of course, I don't want them to be in these spaces, but they're grown ups. They do what they want to do, and often the behavior may not be becoming of a woman. I'm like, hey, pull out. Don't maybe you shouldn't be here. So I'm just wanting everyone to have that fair shake at being, a disciplined woman or what have you, and not be prejudged just because,
absolutely.
that's all. That was what it was
And
about.
I
Patty.
will promise you that you'll never see me judge a woman that I saw say one time something that I disagree, and I'm going to try to put it on the cross. But
Okay.
okay, but those women that were on the panel with you, not be teller, security boss, they have a track record. It's like somebody gets to the cop station, and you open the book and you see tons and tons of infractions that were committed before. It's not because of this that I'm judging you. It's because I'm opening your book and I see Monday, Saturday, 2 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, is a pattern of behavior. So if that's offend them, the hyena, I will try to get more nice.
No. I mean, I don't even care about that. I'm just holding you to what you just said, and that's good
Hmm,
enough for me. That's
that's
all.
fine. That's
That's
fine.
all.
And if I see a man behaving that way too, I have the same smoke for them. Actually, I have worse. You are just not familiar usually what I do on this space, so
You're right.
we
I'm
can
just
talk about it later.
listen, Fatty. I'm gonna let you go, but the gender war is over. That's
Oh
all.
no, I'm going to start that on Monday again.
Okay. Have a good day.
Have a good weekend, security boss.
Bye. Oh my goodness. All right, Mel.
How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for being here, Mel.
You all right?
I'm good. Really, I am.
It doesn't sound like he was trying to make you feel sorry for something that you was doing nothing wrong about.
Oh, you talking about with Ali the other day?
I guess that's what y'all
Or
were talking about. Yeah,
oh
like
no,
yeah.
I
But
didn't
I
quite
gotta
understand what
know.
was going on.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I know how you carry yourself and everything. You know, some people might misunderstand how you carry yourself. Unfortunately, if Ali took it that way, that's his own problem. That's not yours. And stuff like that. You say yourself, if you want to have a mature debate, you carry yourself a certain way and everything. That's how your style is. If they don't want to have that matching energy, you have a right to edit yourself out. They take it that way, that's their own problem. You don't own them nothing. Period.
You're right, but you know what? I'm always about have even Mel. You've gotten excited a couple of times, but I
I
always
know.
tell you, let's have a conversation,
Yeah.
right? So I'm always trying to have a conversation, but in these spaces, you have the manosphere, you have the red pill, you have red pill rage, and all those other entities that feed into our men, and
We got the
women
women
too, I
also.
suppose.
We bigger with each other, period. Also too. Like
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm trying to make. I'm like, hey, look, I don't know where you're coming from. Let's just slow down. Just slow down. Let's just have a conversation. I'm not that, we don't have the same common goals right now. I'm just talking to you and let's just have this conversation. So that's all I wanted to say,
yeah, but everybody's not gonna have that understanding, even that same magic energy, even when you carry yourself a certain way. So it's like I know I got into some people too. I make peace with what I do. There's a reason why I understand the reason why I do it. And I
mm,
make peace with it. and
Okay.
stuff. But I know I conversate with certain people that I got matching energy with. Oh no, like me right now. This is a better match of energy I have with you right now. So it's like, yo, I don't have conversations with a lot of people like that on other panels.
Right.
It's like, yeah, it will be a lot of bickering, fighting, and everything. Like, it's like I do challenge certain people point of view, even some of the older cats. I have no problem doing it because the reality is, I'm not going to determine my life depending on another so-called experience, dude, Messiah that you say it is. Like, I still make my own rules. I don't believe in that exception of the rule because I understand why you might feel like those exception of the rules are exception of the rules. No, if it's supposed to be, if it's could be deciphered, it's not really exception of the rule. It's that they play the game a certain how they play it to their cards and get certain results done. Even if it comes to them uncontrollably, direct, indirect, whatever it is and stuff, they still play their cards with whatever they was given. And that's how I carry myself all the time. Like, I'm responsible for my own destiny at the end.
Right. I just wonder, I just want to, you just don't want to, just paint all women to be alike. That's just not cool.
It's a reality. Some dudes are gonna do that period regardless and everything. And most of the time, it usually be dudes that really have no game with women. I mean, you remember when you was on that show with Ali and them and Matriarch Strike Back?
Oh yeah,
on there?
patriarchy. Yeah.
Matriarchy to me, yo. Like
Stop. Patriarchy.
He
Yeah,
came on there and he acted a fool. Ali had to put him in check, and he did it more than one time. And she put him in check multiple times the way he acted. She and told him, I'm a lead with power. He ain't leading no power move. That's a dude like that hates women completely. I see him on the panels. He hates women, period, and stuff.
That's
like you got dudes just like that. You know what I'm saying? That be on panels, they gotta constantly dissing women so much. It's like it's not really a rant. Now you're going overboard. Like, but the real I can see why women don't really like you like that and stuff. A lot of dudes just don't understand the game. They don't want to set the game as it is. And so, like, just like with some females doing like that, like, yo, you gotta play the game how it is, depending on your lane, your cards. And so, you want things to improve, you're gonna have to do certain things that's different that you haven't done in the past, so you get better results.
Right.
You can't constantly fight with the opposite sex the way it is, because if you're so-called trying to make power moves the way you think you is, you gotta work with your opposite sex anyway. That's one of the big main things of a chess piece. Kings work with their queens. The queen can move a certain way because the king instructs her to do it if she's willing to follow her king.
Listen, Mel, you're right. And I want to make a comment. I want to tell Nurse Fancy, I see you. Nurse Fancy, wife Ed is coming soon. We are actually now getting the studio actually ready. I'm letting up some stuff. We're getting the studio actually ready. I think we got about a week left of things that need to come in and put everything in place. But it's definitely going to be, and I hope you'll be able to be there on Friday mornings at 11 a.m. I coined that time frame. I hope you'll be actually able to be there. I want to say next week Next week, we're going to go ahead and put out the memo for all the ladies to start showing their interest. It is no charge to come and spend that hour with me. I am so happy and want to do that with you guys. I hope a lot of you be in attendance, and we're going to see what happens when I put the invite out. I'm assuming I'm going to see then what happens how many people we actually have. And that's going to let me know what exactly we have to do. But again, this is just us getting together and we becoming wives or better wives, however you want to say it. But it is coming. It is coming soon. Again, like I said, Mr. Boss is putting everything together. Y'all gonna love it. It's where the SB Nation is going. So just give me a couple of more weeks, I believe, and have everything there in place, and we're gonna enjoy ourselves, y'all. But I can almost tell y'all, if y'all haven't already yet, Bethany had a book. Bethany, can you put your book in the comment section? And also, I have a book, Power Praying Wife, and I think Bethany's book was, I want to say, Excellence. Bethany is here. I'll let you just hold that thought. I'll let you come up in just a moment. Mel, go ahead and give us your final thought, and we're gonna go ahead and go from there.
That's just about it. Yeah, I think I said what I said and everything. Like I said, don't feel discouraged like that. Don't let other people make you feel sorry for what you feel was right and everything. And they took it as a misunderstanding, or they're sending their sidekicks to do it, because that's why this watch right now was weird and led to nowhere. Yo, don't feel bad.
Oh, I don't.
I never do. Exactly. You still stand going to that.
All right.
But
Thanks,
have a good night.
Definitely. You too. Listen, Bomb Cherry, I appreciate this comment you made. Bomb Cherry says, based off our first conversation, I assume, and I hope you're talking about me. I assume you were a part of the manosphere based on some of the terms you use. Our message is different, but I understand your point. Bomb Cherry, when we first met, I had no idea what the manosphere was. I still don't really know. So I can't even begin to tell you what their points, their terms are. I've been asking for a year and some now. No, not quite a year, but probably about 8 months now. I've been wanting to know what is the manosphere. I've been to several people and asked, can y'all please give me an idea what this looks like? And the most I've got from it, it was a place where men could go and just be men and talk about their lives and becoming better people. Now, if my advocacy for men may sound like that, I can totally agree why you would say that. But my advocacy for men is being brought up, married to, knowing so many good men. That's where mine comes from. I know for a fact that all men ain't bad. So when I tell you I advocate men and I want men to have like the best and, all the information they can to be good leaders and in authority, that's straight up real life. That has nothing to do with a manosphere. Again, I still ain't got a good hold of the manosphere. From what I'm understanding, the manosphere is falling apart. It seems like. And then Nurse Faces said that the manosphere definitely claim you. When I say the manosphere is falling apart, I'm saying I used to have an idea who started it, who led it, but then I'm understanding they broke apart. Now this is another part. This is a black manosphere. Then you had another part of the manosphere who might be red pill and raging, and then you had another part. So again, I have no idea. I can't tell you too much about the manosphere. So whatever I said, it was just me. And it was me and me growing up and knowing a lot of good men. Granddaddy, excellent man. I just know a lot of good men, and I just wouldn't dare apply some of the things that I hear women say to the men that I know. So that's where my ideas came from, Bomb Cherry. Stephanie.
Hello, security boss. How are you?
I am doing so well. How are you? You know what? You chimed in. I don't know if you knew I was getting ready to say your name or what, but before you get started, I need you to email me again on the book, because I think that's going to be a good read. And I was getting ready to say the name wrong, I think, but it's excellent something, isn't it?
Excellent. The Excellent Wife.
Right. I need that. And you know about The Power of Praying Wife, but I think those are going to be two good reads that's going to go along with what we're going to be doing. So definitely email me that. I don't want it to escape me anymore.
Okay, good. It's so funny because The Excellent Wife book is in my nightstand. I haven't read it yet. Shame on me.
Okay. Oh, that's going to be a good one then. Okay. Because I haven't either.
My mom had gone through it. Okay, good. My mom went through it with a women's Bible study, and she said it was very good. So
that might be a good reference point, but I want them to get it. I want everyone. But anyway, we're going to talk about business later. What did you have to add to today's conversation?
Well, I'm just here to say congratulations on your 10,000 subscribers. I remember back in the day when I first came up and commented and did an interview with you and Black Men Unfiltered. So, you've come a long way, and I'm so excited for the future of this channel.
Thank you so much. Actually, was that the first time? Because I remember you actually being on a panel over here.
Remember? I think I called
you
into
was like one of the first
show.
No, you were there. You seemed like, wait a minute. Seems like you were there with were you there with Shannon? You were actually on the panel. You were. It's been a long time, Bethany, but you were there. You were like one of the first people that ever came to the panel. It was Bethany.
Another line. That's ridiculous. And it's cutting off. Hold
Can
on.
you hear
I'm
me?
gonna call right back in.
Okay.
I can call you back in.
Okay, no problem. All right, Bethany. But yeah, Bethany was one of the first guests that we actually had over here, I believe. But it's been good, y'all. Listen, UNC, thank you so much for sponsoring the show today. This is my 10,000 subscriber thank you show, appreciation. We've already given away the gifts, so y'all that came in a little bit later, I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to play a part in that. But listen, guys, we already know, men, we already know that there are some sisters that we need work, and we've been out of order for a while. That is not saying that all men are in order. That's just saying my reach goes no further than the women. That's all that's saying. I hope there is men out there that can speak to other men to encourage them to be the best version of themselves and to be husbands. Because these women that I'm trying to encourage, they're gonna come out looking good. They winning. They're gonna be winning, right? So we're gonna be wanting to make sure that we can attract good men. So if y'all ain't have to listen to nobody yet, get you somebody that can. If the manosphere ain't it, then find someone that has been married or that you can look up to. If it ain't your dad, your granddaddy, whomever, find someone that you can relate to that can share some things with you that you could take through life. Because I just feel like we're coming into a time where things are going to get more tough than they are. Have y'all not looked outside and saw the crazy stuff that's going on? I mean, y'all, it's getting real bad. You got 6-year-olds shooting their teachers. Something happened. Was it just too much, y'all? Excuse me. You got 6-year-olds being sexually assaulted on the school bus. Did y'all know that? We have men wearing full-blown dresses. We have young kids identifying with something other than they were born. And I'm just saying a big part of this is due to not having that family structure. We don't have the family structure, so there's no community. Without the community, we just lost. Now, I've heard men say before that they feel as though that in our community, I'm saying the Black community, African American community, or whatever, we won't ever be a community because we don't own nothing. That's what they say. We don't own anything. This is my suggestion for not owning anything. Get yourself a husband or a wife, or however y'all want to put that thing together. Own your own house and your own family. Once you own that, and that is been demonstrated coming from your household, and you got some discipline and some structure, you got some kids or whatever, then that can branch out. That could be the new normal. That could be the new normal. Shea butter. Is that beauty? Shea butter beauty, y'all. Contact Shea butter beauty. Okay. That's just it. These men are not interested in being husbands. I hope you see by the behavior when you go on these panels. Shea butter, let me tell you something. Shea butter beauty. If you want me to be totally honest, I see the same behavior on both sides. I see men having no clue on how to be. Now, this is not all panels, y'all. I see men not having any clue on how to be husbands. And I see women having no clue on how to be wives. None at all. I don't even see the women having a clue on how to attract a good boyfriend. See, a man is supposed to be aggressive. He's supposed to be smart and logical. He's supposed to have certain amount of things. Now, it may be a little bit too aggressive, on these panels. Sometimes they go to the left too much. But I also hear them speak very smart. I hear men, hey, Trey, I hear them speak very smart. We can't lie, y'all. These men in these platforms, most of them, they be coming with it. They have some knowledge. I got to give them credit for it. Now, it may be very misdirected, and I can agree with that, Shea Butter. But far as the women go, we still have to understand that we're ladies no matter what. We still are women no matter what. And it's not always for us to try to break the men down. We have to learn. It's just real simple, Shea Butter. We got to learn our roles. Learn our role. It's not for us to break a man down. I don't know. I don't think we understand what that does. It doesn't make us win. It actually keeps us uncovered. We're losing when we do that. I know we might think, oh, it ain't nothing, but it's a big deal. If you understood, if we can understand our role and what we're doing, it's kind of a big deal. You want to build a man up. You want to build him up. You want to make sure that he's operating in the position that God created him to be. But we so often just all in the physical. Let's just beat him up. Let's just do this. Let's just do that. We're always in the physical and we don't understand what's going on. So that's what's hurting us. SB, you saw what happened on Wednesday. I did. And that's why I'm saying this. I'm going to use names. Ali is a very smart young man. Could he be misdirected? Absolutely. Could he be out of order? Absolutely. Could he be? The ladies that he was challenging, out of order most days. most days. You got Sheba who was there. You got who was there? B Taylor. B Taylor on Wednesday. I must say, B Taylor, I'm clapping for you because you were trying. B Taylor was trying, y'all. I build a man up. I think we should. And I say build a man up, I'm not trying to say make him a man. I'm saying because he's already a man. They didn't need us. God made them first. They don't need men. Excuse me. A man doesn't need a woman to be a man. It's already there. It's already there. Now, they do need the encouragement from women sometime, or the support, I should say it that way, that we appreciate them and we want them to be there to serve their purpose. A lot of times, Bomb Cherry, and I'm talking to you because you made that comment, men have no idea that they are in authority or that they were in authority, that the authority was given to them. They have no clue. They have no clue of what they're supposed to be doing here. Now you could sit them down and talk to them like, look, this is what you should be. No, you're it. You're it. We believe in you. See, a lot of men don't have anybody that believe in them. I see sometimes, I haven't done this in a while, y'all, so don't think it happened yesterday. I see sometimes when I go out at our sites, I see men just walking with their head down just like this. This head's totally down. And I'm like, damn, why so much despair? We have young men that have so much despair in their faces. It's like they have no goodwill to live. Now, I'm sure that goes straight back to whatever their home life is, whatever it is. What's building the ladies up? The ladies should build the ladies up. The ladies, Shea Butter, I should build you up. I should tell you how to be in order. I should show you and share with you what your purpose is. It should be many women out there that's doing that also. I should be the person telling you, and I'm saying me, Shea Butter, I'm the person that should be telling you your role as a woman, because so often when you say build up, where are you trying to go? Your role as a woman, as a wife, is not over the man, and you really shouldn't want it, Shea Butter. Listen, it's such a good life to have a man to take care of you. It's very good. It's very good to have a man to take care of you and want to do it. I'm not talking about somebody that's going to cheat on you, hurt you, kick you, take from you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a man that knows that his job is to take care of you. It's a very good feeling to have that. You can actually relax and be who you are supposed to be if you get that. This is a serious situation. It's a real thing. I know some people like, black men ain't like that. That's not true. There are several black men who want and love the idea of being husbands and fathers. When they kids, they come home from work and their little kid meet them at the door and be like, hey, daddy, daddy, daddy. Oh, man, them men melt. Y'all, this is real. You can go to TikTok. I know how y'all be saying YouTube fake, TikTok fake, all that fake. Come on, y'all. Some of it is people with fake as in people tell lies. They may not live in that house. They may not have that car or airplane or whatever that is they fronting on. But y'all know better than that. That's nothing. I'm talking about, and that's straight entertainment. That's straight entertainment. But y'all should know what's in it. Well, maybe not, because of entertainment and, it's getting blurred now. But Shea Butter, I want you, if you haven't yet accomplished being a woman that is a wife, you deserve it. You deserve it. What is Bomb Cherry saying? Bomb Cherry, what you say? You going back and forth with somebody else? A man needs to be a certain type of man to lead our family. I agree. That certain type for me is God-fearing. That's all I can ask for. I'm going to let God do the work. God is the only person that can do the work. Now, if he has that type of belief system, it can be done. It definitely can be done. But we have to also line up. Now, this is me talking, y'all. I've heard people now they're marrying and it's a business agreement. If you marry a man, it's a business agreement. You get what you get. I just don't even know what's going to keep that together. Y'all know who I am. This is a dating pool SB, unrealistic standards. What is unrealistic, Trey? I don't know what you mean by unrealistic, because if I'm asking or I'm looking for a woman to be a feminine woman, to be a wife and to be submissive, as a man, you should definitely be God-fearing, because those are all qualities of a virtuous woman, a submissive woman that is in the Bible. It's in the Bible. But women should inherently know to build up men. Let me say that again. A scarred beauty. You says what? But women should inherently know to build up men. weird, weak shit. Help me out with that. Women should know to inherently build up men. We're not building men up. Like I said before, a man was a man before we were even created. A man was a man before we was ever created. Y'all know that. If you believe what I believe, y'all may not believe what I believe. If you have a belief system that is God, has a God foundation, you know that God created man before he created a woman. He gave him dominion over everything. That's a real thing. You have to believe that though. If you don't believe it, then you can have several different scenarios on how things happen. Now, have men fallen away, or have men and women fallen away from that? Yeah, absolutely. They did first Genesis. Y'all in Genesis, they fell away. Y'all know that. But it doesn't take away the message. It doesn't take away the build or the way the man was built. It doesn't take away his structure and logic that he was given. It's still there. You know, it's still there. Support is the word you're looking for. Thank you. Oh, because the bill, I wasn't talking about bill. Men are men. We can't build them, but we could definitely support them. Thank you. Thank you so much. People, we need to be, words are important. Thank you, Lost in Translation. We need to support the man in his being a man because he was a man before us. So we need to not, you know what though, Lost in Translation, there's so many negative people out here. They're teaching such crazy rhetoric about women towards men and what women do that they just want to fight. They just want to fight. You know, I'm not interested in fight. It is what it is, you know, and once we can submit to that, and that, you know, now what I'm talking about, when I say is what it is a man, whether we agree with it or not. Now, is he a good man? Is he a perfect man? Is he hitting all the T's and is he, you know, crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's? Maybe not. That may take some learning. That may take a good household. That may take life. Who knows what that will take? But guess what? It's the same for the woman. We often have to go through things, make mistakes, be shamed, or whatever we got to do to become women. Y'all know that. But I seem like to me, the women just think they just came here perfect. They dropped us down. And here we are. We got it. What? No, you ain't good enough. Mm-mm. You did this.
Bro, they liars.
You did this. You did that. Oh, so you don't qualify. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Y'all know better than that. Women are just as defiant. We defiant to each other. Greasy, low down, snakes. It used to be a time when we thought that women was just all of this, and you know, but it's been shown that ain't the case. Now we got women out here doing grimy stuff. Y'all, there are women out here that be what they call it, sneaky leaking, hitting licks, setting up men. If that's one and the same, y'all know what I'm talking about. OnlyFans, stripping, golden showers, walking, randoms. Yes, Bomb Cherry, people are people, men and women. Yes, they are. So when are we going to forgive each other for all the things that we didn't do or haven't done yet and put it back together and realize that we need each other and we need to support each other in becoming the best versions of ourselves? When are we going to realize that? When are we going to do it? What's it going to take? But I'm going to talk to CBN right now and see, can he help me out? Hey, brother.
Good evening, my elder. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Hearing you saying all that got me feeling like, okay, this is our favorite elder. Are we trying to protect her from saying all these things?
What did I say?
You said a lot. I expect that from black men to say what people be doing, not you.
I don't know what you're talking about. What did I say? I mean, I'm just being honest. I just think that
you're being honest. That is true. It's just that hearing from you saying that, I expect black men unfiltered be speaking those things. That is him. He's unfiltered.
Oh, okay. So you said, did I not say it?
You say correctly.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
I rather him say it for you, not you. You like the elder. You want to keep you away from the shenanigans.
Hold on for a minute, CBN. Shay, I'm so glad that you're here. Shay, shaking my head. Shay, was you the one that called me naive a couple of weeks ago? Just understand this, Shay. We're just different. But I want to read your comment. You said you're shaking your head, SB. We are from the same generation, and you speak in ways that confuse me. You are well-meaning, just seems things STE missing in your presentation. No, we just different. Shay, I don't know anything about you. You might have grown up in the North. I might have grown up in the South. I may have just, I ain't gonna say nothing about what you do, but let me tell you what I do. I have a relationship with God and I live my life in godly principles. And this is just who I am. Just accept me. And guess what else? I've been doing this. And what I mean by this is this married thing for 27 years. Not all perfect, not all bad, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. I wouldn't trade it for being a single woman and being a part of a sisterhood one day.
Dearly beloved.
So I don't know what confuses you. It's just, listen, we're different. That's the difference. I'm going to tell you another difference. And CBN, I'm going to get back with you. Another difference is I was a single mom for a time and I took account for that. I accounted for it and realized that that was not the life for me. And I didn't need anybody patting me on my back, telling me it was okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No, it was not okay. That was not what I was supposed to be doing. Now, for somebody else, that might be what they're supposed to do. But for me, no. Going back to, I think you are the one, going back to the knife situation, the fork in the knife. If my husband of 27 years, and I am giving my example because that's the only one I can speak from. If my husband of 27 years came up with a knife and stabbed me, 27 years I've been with this man, ain't showed me no signs of abuse, I am not divorcing him until I figure out what's going on with him. Now, will I separate myself? Absolutely. Yes. I'm not a fool. I'm not going to let my husband kill me. But the message that I hear some people putting out, they tell the woman to leave or whatever situation. And them women always get their head cut off as they go out the door. For whatever reason, neither one is right. Domestic violence is wrong all the way around. But if I've been with a man for 27 years and he's never showed me any amount of violence ever, he does something and acts out violently, I'm going to be like, I'm divorcing you. No, it's not going to go. And we need to stop lying. We need to stop lying because ain't no woman doing that. Now, will she leave? She should. She needs to separate herself because there's something going on and it's, potential danger to her. I agree, maybe. I don't know the situation, but they're not going to divorce. You got people right now, man done shot, whatever. It's not happening. You're not divorcing, not right away. And if you do, then that's on you. That would be what you do. Bomb Cherry say she gone. Maybe you will, Bomb Cherry. Who knows what? I'm not going to divorce mine. Would I leave? Yes. But my husband is a man. He was a man before he was my husband. I would do, me being with him would do more than, I would do more for somebody on the street than I would do for my husband. If I saw a man in despair on the street and I knew he was having an episode of where he was losing himself, I would call someone to help him and make sure he got into help and got some mental, whatever he needed to make sure he was good. But I couldn't do it for my husband of 27 years. I got to be out. Or my man been in the military all these years. He's seen all these wars. He might be suffering from PSTD, whatever, PSTD. Yeah. And I'm going to leave him? I'm going to divorce him for what? Am I going to go somewhere and make sure I'm good? Absolutely. But divorce him for what? That's what the world tell you to do. Guess what? The paper that I signed to marry him is not what kept me with him in the beginning. This is a dangerous conversation. It may be dangerous, but I'm going to make sure you understand my point of view. Domestic violence is wrong. It's not right for anybody. Anybody. But guess what else? I would never advise a woman to divorce her husband. Never. So many reasons, so many things could apply to that situation. I would never intrude my opinion on someone that way. But if I'm giving mine, I'm telling you, my husband, after so many years, that has never showed me any ounce of anything like this. I would not divorce him. Bomb Cherry, you're not listening. You're not listening. Bob Cherry said, divorce his ass, Lacey. You don't know the situation, Bomb Cherry. Why would you do that? That's silly. That's silly. You have no idea. Then you go laugh. Listen, y'all, you do what you want to do. But me, when I was asked the question, it's just like me, man, if I lose it for whatever reason, y'all know the word of God talks about not always being in your right mind. If I lose it and I do something detrimental or come at my husband with a knife and he just wakes up one morning, I'm divorcing you. What? I've been with you 27 years. You do what? I had a bad time. I need some help. You're gonna leave me when I'm down. Wow. You go, see, for better or worse, y'all don't know. Sickness and health, you don't know nothing about it. Y'all have nothing. You have no clue. You need to be single if you ain't willing to figure it out.
Dearly beloved.
Dang. Y'all have no clue. It's good. I'm here. If it's bad, I gotta go. I'm not telling nobody to risk their life, but you just can't leave. I would be devastated for my husband just to walk out on me if I lost it. Because we have to know it wouldn't be about him or myself. You know, it has to be something mentally wrong going on. That's almost like this. If for some reason I became incapacitated or whatever and got sick or whatever, and he'd just be out. What about that, y'all? Y'all gonna just leave your husband? You want your husband just to leave you because you can't do this no more? What if I got something wrong with my mind? Y'all know you got Alzheimer's, you got a dementia, all this stuff now, and then you got it, and then your husband gonna just be out. Y'all gonna that's good. That's how we do. Bomb Cherry, let me see what you said. Oh, so you are saying he may have mental issues. That's what I've been saying the whole time. That's what I've been saying the whole time. If a person's never, ever displayed abusive behavior to you, and all of a sudden one day it happens, why would you just divorce them? There's got to be something wrong. Wrong, y'all. Y'all can't. Anyway, do what you want. Shay, I'm talking to you, and I wish you would just go ahead and hit that link because I don't know why I'm confusing you. You know why I confuse people? Because they don't listen to me. That's why I confuse people. They project their own thoughts on what I'm saying and try to make what I'm saying what they're thinking. I said that right, y'all. Philosophical. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. Thank you so much for your $4.99 super chat. Let me see it before it goes away. One thing I respect about you is that you respect men and respect a lost value that the modern women have lost touch with. See you on Wednesday. Illa. We got to understand our role. Listen, we got to understand. We got to get it back. Because guess what? The problem is, it ain't the men, because men got their own issues. Women, we got to start preserving our vaginas. I know, Illa, you might not agree, but we got to start preserving our vaginas because the it's just that simple. We our value is a -10. It's a -10. We got to preserve ourselves, get our minds straight, and figure out what it is we're supposed to be doing as women and as wives. Preserve yourself. You keep sleeping with a man, you keep taking on all the things that he has took on and all the women and spiritually everything that he's had from whenever to now. I mean, who knows how far it goes back? I don't know, y'all. I have no idea. But women take that on, and then when that's done, you go on to the next one. That's done, you go on to the next one. And then you really think that you're operating with a full capacity and able to make sound decisions. No, you're not. We're not. We're not, y'all. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I tell women to preserve themselves. And I do know that Alex Murdoch, are you really looking at that trial? Alex Murdoch never attacked his wife or son before. He say he didn't kill him either. See, you done already made the man guilty, didn't you? You already made him guilty. But anyway, let me talk to CBN here. You already made him guilty, Bob Cherry. Watch that man get off.
I'll just say this. First and foremost, congratulations to your 10,000K sub. And many more to come. You should get 20,000. Second
20?
of all,
Wait a minute. You only giving me 10 more? Can you not give me like, can I get like
when you get 20, I will
more?
double it. When you get 20,
Okay.
after you get 40, I'll double it.
All right, I got you. Go ahead, sir.
What you've been doing, I don't think people understand. What you're doing, you personification of 3 Peter chapter 3, verse 1 to 7. Because what
CBN, I know what I'm doing.
I know that one. You're the personification of that, because that art have been lost in a lot of black churches today. And I always bring it up several times over. People think I'm just making. I said no, it's needed. I remember when I was growing up, I've seen elder men who will tell God to pull their pants, although he ain't come up like, if you don't pull your pants, I'll get your father over here. I'm asking why you walk out of the house looking like this. I used to see that. I grew up in that type of era.
Right.
So I understand it very, very well. And what you're speaking about for the past year and a half is something that need to be taught, need to be spoken. Too many people they claim to advocate marriage, but never go to the nitty gritty and talk about every fundamental art inside it. That's why you see a lot of people treat marriage like a contract. What you said is totally true. 27 years and nothing until out of nowhere. First and foremost, you must have determined to see what's going on behind this. What is the motive behind why this is happening? Before you make it to the Gregory, thank you very much.
CBN,
Yes.
if you were my neighbor or a close friend of me and my husband, you know what I'm saying, and something like that
Hmm.
happened to you, I would walk it out with you. You get what I'm saying? What am I?
Yeah.
Obviously, this has turned on you, your mind, for whatever reason. I can't see me throwing you away. And I'm that, we talk about mental illness all the time. And
We had a
so,
topic about this on Black Men on Foot when this guy DJs on Twitch. And I
oh
told
yeah,
black
yeah,
men
yeah.
and I told black men I was similar to him because one, you try to help people around you to the point whereby no one's helping you. No one know that you are going through something on the inside, but you have a unique way of hiding it. It's not easy to read like you've been there before. So I was telling him there are people like him out here today helping people left and right because that's the only mechanism of coping what they're going through on the inside. But you will never know they fight a long going battle with no help, no therapy, and they're coping that way. They're like a coping mechanism, which is crazy. Some people came from broken home, and the only way they can overcome it is to help people so they will not think about it. Don't do something good for somebody so I'll make myself feel good. At least that will control the negative that's going through my head.
You know what, CBN, I hate to say it, but we ain't made up a whole lot anymore. And that's just is what it is. But listen, I
It's
just
funny that
believe,
you say that. It's funny that you say that. But last year, I got a lot of pushback when I say such thing like that. Oh, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not FBA. I'm not ADA. But I live in the country for X amount of years since I was a little kid, and I observed things that been going on. So it don't make no sense to say such a thing and ignore the main elephant in the room that's standing right before your eye, and you act like you don't see it. That's the problem.
well, no, listen, this is how I see it. I got to create my own reality. You know, I just got to create my own reality. I can't live by worldly standards per se, because the worldly standards are corrupt. They'll have you, God, oh
You
my
said the exact word. That's what I've been living by. I tell people I don't follow the society norm.
standard, exactly. So I
When
always
you
try to
when you
elevate
follow it,
myself above that.
when you follow, you be like everybody. When you don't follow, they'll look at you like you're crazy, like
Right,
you're weird. I've
right,
been told I was weird. I'm okay with it.
right.
I am
Delusional,
fine with it.
weird. You
Oh,
confuse me. You
I'm
the
an alien.
problem.
I'm an alien. I'm not from this planet. I get that, but I don't care because I see things at the big picture what is really going on, and I speak based on it.
Yeah.
It got to a point where I don't like to be a preacher, even though I was called to be one. But when I get to
Mm,
certain jobs and I start speaking certain ways, I had to be careful because in some jobs they don't want to be preaching anything that would change the environment. They like things as it is. So I stay away from the preacher but I did try to be articulate and looking at a scientist and break things down so people can really comprehend and understand. Sometimes I ask questions to force them to think. I do things the way I do in my profession. I'm an IT specialist for more than 20 years, almost more than 22 years. My job is to find a solution to a problem. I will ask specific questions and bring that information out of you so I can take that information to fix your problem. That's my approach.
very good. So listen, CBN. Go ahead and give me your last words. But I want to I want to read a
My
comment
last
up here.
words. My
Yeah, let me
last
read
word.
this. Well, hold on for a minute. Oh, okay. Go ahead, CBN.
My last word that this show becomes something big whereby you be the forerunner of what need to be done. My last word is that you should get more than 50,000 K. My last word is to be that there be a major TV show coming from this. My last word is you should be having a network to support people to do what they need to do. My last
Really?
word is you should be a great blessing that others can pass down to other people. That is my last word.
Come on, CBN. It ain't room but for 144. Anyway. All right. Listen, thank you. I appreciate it. I received that very
Anytime you
well.
take my daughter because she bugged me to like, Daddy, you turn
All
me
right.
out.
All
Daddy,
right.
I
Thank
get it.
you. So listen, I want to read the comment for, I think it was Fatty. Oh, Shay. Oh, Shay Butter Beauty has a comment. It's groups called Jagged. Oh, and the group Jagged Edge. Listen, I love 90s music. You know, I know who Jagged Edge is. Jagged Edge, one of the members did exactly what you're speaking of. He snapped and attacked his wife. Oh, wow. She literally almost lost her life and she stayed with him. Ooh. So she has an outstanding testimony. It had to be more to it than what we just know, Shay. It has to be so much more to it. It had to be, like you said, he had some sort of episode where he snapped. We have to pay more attention to our husbands and, in relationship like that. I often talk about how when you get married, you become one with a person. You kind of move alike, you think alike, you're on one accord and all that. So you kind of know when you should know when your man needs you, mentally, spiritually, you need to know. You got to be just that engaged. You always say this too. You can't put your marriage on the shelf and just think it's going to stay there. Think it's going to be on auto. It can't be on auto. You got to feed it. You got to gas it up. Got to make sure the maintenance is good. You got to pay attention. And I just tell everyone, we got to do that. But before I do that, I want to read a comment from Fatty. Who was it? Hold on. Fat boy for life. But to me, you really try to drive the point about getting married. I absolutely do. Absolutely. Fat boy, I do. I want any man, listen to what I'm saying, I need you to hear me. I want any man that wants to be a husband and wants to be married to do that. And I want any woman that wants to be a wife to be one. I hope you heard what I said, because I used that very important word of want to. I do drive it because to me, the nuclear family is the answer. And with your name being that you may be a young person. I don't know. You may not understand this yet. I was young. I didn't get it. Who knew? But now that I'm on the other side of it, I see how important it is for a woman to be covered. I see how important it is for a man to be the father of his children in the household with them. He keeps them out of the street, which in turn may keep them out of prison, which in turn they may grow up to be smart kids, and do whatever it is they want to do in life instead of being locked up, stealing from somebody, beating somebody up. This is not good, y'all.
Dearly beloved.
A dating show. I did a dating show, Shea Butter. I did a dating show probably about a year ago. I Choose You was the name. It was fun too. It was a lot of work though, but it was fun. I said the other day that me and Mr. Boss gonna do it again, but who knows? Who knows? But who I saw somebody in here going back and forth. Listen, what's his name? Mr. Murdoch is guilty of a whole lot of stuff, and he probably had something to do with his wives and kids, deletion. Who knows? But he hasn't been found guilty of it yet. I'm not gonna put him into prison for that because he said he didn't do it. Now, isn't that weird? He said he did all that other stuff, but he didn't do that. So we're gonna have to just follow that. That's gonna be a good one. They're gonna make all types of money off of that. And I bet you anything that man to get off. Because listen, when you don't know when a person is lying, what can you do? Can you absolutely say he lying? No, you have to be like, have everybody confused. And that's exactly what he's doing. But listen, guys, I appreciate you all so much for being here, for the 10,000 subscribers, for the support. Anyone that is new to the channel, thank you for being here. UNC for the $499.99 super chat. You have made a perfect Friday. I told y'all this was Good Friday. Always a Good Friday. And for supporting the show, make sure you come back. I love your words. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep it going. So I appreciate you all. Bomb Cherry, I appreciate your thumbs up to you, girl. Keep doing what you... No, I ain't going to tell you to keep doing what you do because you be getting out of control some nights. But I appreciate you for being here. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good night and a blessed rest of the weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday, if not before. Good day. Good night, actually. Bye-bye.
You want that old jive swing, you take up all of the floor. I'm fine with standing at the edge of the door. You be the life of the party. I blend in with the core. You drink it all the Bacardi. Till the bottles no more. Let's take it back for this started. You want the love, I don't got it. Got my soul on the road. You screaming, stay, please don't go. Don't think it's in me to listen to foe. It's so different with distance we roam into zones where nothing get heard anymore. I just wish I was home when I stepped through front door, but instead I'm alone and completely unsure. And even though you're screaming out with the best of intentions, I don't get it. Why do you always gotta ask me to stay? Why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. Say, why you always gotta go? Playing house, this ain't a home with your soul on the road. See, I've been lost in my thoughts, and my thoughts they too scared to usher off. Sorry, Mom, I just thought you were my world. Now you're not. And I'm just sitting, smoking, sloping in the days, cause my days ain't been the same since I drove here away. I remember the way you wrote letters in blue ink. You and me was in love. Think about what your crew think. I know your moms probably think I'm a bastard. Your pops probably want to beat my to death and take a in my casket. But I got sick of fighting, bickering, fussing over nothing, cussing. Instead of watching the death of discussions that we once had, days that we once spent in the backseat of our cars, reading poets at sunset. It's funny how love can fall out the foreground, get pushed into the back of your mind. We used to twist a spliff and laugh and relax. Now you crying, and I'm trying to find the reasons. So I ask, does forever ever happen, or is it always fade to black? I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul on the road. I can't stay. No, I always gotta go. Playing house, this ain't a home with my soul on the road.